lawyer in velvet gown whispers of law beneath the moon's sweet glow. He's here to guide you through the undertow, from tales of love lost and battles won, to secrets that hide when the day is done. He'll paint the night with stories so stark. Welcome to family law after dark. Light up that cigar and pour a glass of red, as we wade through matters not often said, where hearts and minds often leave a mark. Dive deep into family law after dark. The lawyer's voice smooth like leather, he sings lies only he can tether. In the sultry jazz lounge, let the wisdom flow. Feel the rhythm in the late night glow. Through custody tangles and alimony strife, he navigates the drama of everyday life. With a wry wink and a cheeky remark, let's unravel family law after dark. Light up that cigar and pour a glass of red, as we wade through matters not often said, where hearts and minds often leave a mark. Dive deep into family law after dark. Light up that cigar and pour a glass of red, as we wade through matters not often said, where hearts and minds often leave a mark. Dive deep into family law after dark.
What's up, everybody?
It does not
What's
look
up, Jennifer?
Hey, I look like shit.
Oh, is that you just say what is going on? Oh, you must have like a shaky connection, is what we'll say.
Oh, do I? Okay, you're good with me.
Well, I would hope so. But you're looking good and ready for Flad this morning. I'm hoping that your buddy Amy is going to drop in.
I bet she will.
Wait.
She's
yeah,
funny.
Stephanie B says, yeah. Well, the two of you together are quite the force, man. Like, I was telling Amy during my Christmas live stream that my sister was like, "Hey, who are those two old ladies?" She said my sister's like in her 20s, and so she thinks everybody's old. It's like, who's those two old ladies that took over your show? It's like, oh, what do you mean? And they were talking about you two. You guys were trying to wrap up the show, and then you guys were like going on about I think Amy was talking about her dog, and then you were talking, yeah, and y'all had things to say. And then we're talking about like starting your own. No, but it was good.
I know.
By the way,
go ahead.
Stephanie B says, please know 21-year-olds who are in their first relationship. Yeah, no, Stephanie, that would not have been my choice. I think that was a Dominic selection.
Dominic
I selected all of
the
other
week, yeah.
Dominic wasn't what?
I meant to watch our holiday thing. I will watch it. I just didn't get a chance to. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good. Well, at some point, you know what, Jennifer, I'm going to have you do? I'm going to have you log out and log back in because your audio is all fucked up.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. Let me try it again. Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll have her come back in at some point. Stephanie B. Hey, Zach is hitting on Stephanie B. Just so y'all know, there's things that happen in the chat that are beyond my control. All right. So, oh, what happened to Melissa? She'll come back in at some point.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So how was your Christmas, Schnitzel?
It was good. My
Other than the sickness
yeah,
and
my
all the other stuff you were talking about.
yeah, we were sick, so it was just my husband's son and I. For it was going to be that way anyway. But we were supposed to travel today, actually, somewhere, and had to cancel those plans. So, but it was a nice like chill day. He just played with a lot of toys that he got, and yeah, I made some dinner, and it was just a nice chill day.
Was your Christmas like my Christmas where like my girls just got way too many presents? It's like, you're not even going to open all of these.
He
Like how? It's impossible.
Yeah, he got all, and he hasn't even opened them all yet because he hasn't seen like family yet. So
Huh.
yeah, but there were some still the next day that he hadn't opened yet.
Erica P says, lots of female guests today. Love the energy. Yeah, I am the lone male on today's panel. And of course Dominic is here. But he's camera shy. What could I say? He's a grower, not a shower.
Oh my god. What does he think about that?
I don't know what he thinks about that. I will say this about Dominic. My brother commented like during Christmas at hey, it's Bruce. What's up, Bruce?
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh.
Wearing the
I
nondescript.
heard there was too much female energy.
Yeah, Erica P says hey, I'm digging this, man.
Oh,
Lots of female energy. He's like,
And now
whenever
another woman I've disappointed today.
oh,
Jesus Christ.
Just kidding.
Whenever I'm the only guy on stream, it's always danger zone, man. There's no telling what I'm gonna say.
Right? Oh boy.
Oh, my whole family loves Bruce because they say that he's the voice of reason. It's like, well, what does that make me?
Right.
I'm just the guy I'm the controversial hot take guy. Is that what it's turned into? Hopefully Jennifer will log back in at some point. I think she's having issues with her video and audio, and if not, maybe her other friend Amy Bonner will drop in, but we'll see. But I feel like we should start getting into some of these hypotheticals. I think Melissa got lost in the bathroom somewhere. She's actually in studio. There she is.
Yeah.
With her
You talking shit about me?
no, I was about to comment though on your ubiquitous RBF.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into hypothetical number one. Oh, by the way, Brad pieced out too. Brad is like, I'm out today. He's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
He's out for his walks, or he's doing something, making a sandwich. So it's just me, Bruce, the Schnitz. I got Melissa. Maybe Jennifer will come in. So this first one, let's just warm up with this one. This lady wants to know if she's the asshole for calling her soon-to-be ex-husband fucking psycho for putting the news of our divorce in the kids' presence. Which, gosh, one of like the boilerplate rules whenever there's any kind of a parenting plan or any kind of custody visitation orders written is that you're not supposed to talk negatively about your partner in front of the children.
There's even in one of the forms when you're requesting custody and visitation.
Yeah, just check the box, right?
Exactly. That says that it's prohibited to speak about court proceedings.
What if your dad just like, hey, stocking stuffer, me and your mom are getting a divorce. Merry Christmas. Yay. What about that one? I feel like because that's the story that I'm about to be told. So this lady says,
I mean, the words parenting plan are triggering to me.
Oh, I'm aware. Oh, and I've had such
You also have to share the document.
I know. I've had such a nice break from all things related to parenting plans and Rule 26 and, death threats, veiled death threats coming from certain camps. But you know what? I'm ready. It's a 2025. We're about to be 2025, and we're gearing up for another one. What is this one called? Calling the STBEX. Hey, Dominic, am I doing something wrong?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think I got it. Okay. So, soon-to-be ex-husband and I have been married for a long time, but we're going to get divorced soon. We've had our fair share of fights here and there, which is normal for any couple, but he is the type of man who complains a lot, makes a ton of demands. Rarely does he acknowledge me.
So you're married to a woman.
What do you mean?
She's married to another woman.
Wait a minute. Okay. Am I to be led to believe by that statement right there that if a man has a grievance that what am I trying to say?
She said
If
always.
a man has a grievance that he raises in the relationship, does that automatically give him female energy?
She said always.
But my question to you is very poignant. Is it your perception that when your husband raises an issue with you, does it automatically come to you from a place of female energy?
If he does it every once, like, really, really long, no. But somebody that constantly does it, yeah.
Interesting.
Like,
Schnitzel,
not
what would you
even
have
I
to
do
say
it.
about that one.
I don't know if I would say it's female energy. I'm not huge into that kind of like
Yeah.
description of things. What was that?
I think it could be just his personality, and maybe he's an asshole.
You're right. Maybe he is.
Hey, Jennifer, you're looking a lot better over there. Oh, but now you're
I
muted.
changed clothes.
Oh, there you go. I can hear
changed
you.
Okay, good.
I don't know if you've been following along, but this lady, well, we're just getting started with this hypothetical, so let me
That's okay,
continue.
I can read it. Go ahead.
Things have been bad between us already, got worse when he got his diagnosis. He's suffering from medical condition. All right. While I sympathized with this condition, I knew this was going to be the end of our marriage. I knew I could not handle this version of him with his condition and all.
Ooh.
I kind of feel bad for this guy.
Well, now I don't want to know what it is.
Right.
I mean,
Either.
I don't know. Is the fact that she's not naming the condition weird because she's not the one suffering from it? Like, why
She doesn't want to be judged. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like sexual dysfunction?
It could be maybe
We
he
don't
has
know.
cancer or something like that, or maybe he has something like Stephen Hawking.
Why would she be judged for it, though,
Jealous.
is my question.
Because you're supposed to get married.
Better
because
and
you
worse,
wanna-
sickness and health.
exactly.
Yeah. All right. So I was very honest with him. I told him that I wanted a divorce. He was open to it, yet resentful towards me. But he's been for a while now, so yeah. How old is this lady? She comes off like a 25-year-old.
Did she said her age at the beginning?
We agreed to tell, no.
No,
We-
their kids are 13 and 15, though, so they must
Oh.
be something. They must be kind of up there.
Yeah.
They're not like brand new out of high
Hey,
school.
spring chickens.
This does sound like maybe somebody that married in too young. If I could be honest with you.
Well, let's see what we have. Honest with him, wanted a divorce. He was open to it, resentful. We agreed to tell the kids after Christmas and just be together as a family and enjoy the holidays. I mean, that's usually a good idea. Well, he wanted to be petty and get back at me, but I didn't think he'd go to such lengths. In the morning, when our kids, they're 13 and 15, by the way, opened their Christmas presents, they were shocked to find out their dad and I are getting divorced. Their dad printed this on paper and put the papers in their gift boxes.
What the?
It was horrible, especially the way he worded it, Merry Christmas, your mom is divorcing me. Wow.
He's putting the action on her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The house turned into a crying mess. He wasn't even there. He went to get coffee or whatever. He knew this was going to happen. Thus, he left the house in the morning.
So he
left the
turned
house
out.
Christmas
Yeah.
morning.
He left the house on fire.
To get coffee.
Basically, that's it.
On
Who's
fire?
open on Christmas morning to get coffee from?
That's a good question.
Actually, yeah. I want to know. But anyways.
Well, it
Oh, I
says
lost my
whatever. I'm going with the whatever.
Man, he made a CVS run to get like CVS is usually open.
Yeah, maybe.
But there's all kinds of stuff going on here. All right. He came and I absolutely blew up at him. Oh, wait. I skipped ahead, didn't I? He wanted to be petty. Your mom is divorcing me. Okay. I didn't know what to do. I tried my best to get them to calm down and called mom. He came and I absolutely blew up at him and called him a fucking psycho for doing this to the kids. On Christmas, no less. He defended himself, saying I was no better for deciding to end our marriage right after his diagnosis. I told him it was more because of his awful character than anything else, but he has tainted my image to the kids as they now think I'm leaving him for his condition and refused to speak to me. It got out, and in-laws got involved. That's always fun. He told everyone I called him a psycho and yelled at him for telling the kids the truth. They all came at me, especially his mother, who hated me all those years for apparent no reason. She called me a betch. He spelled it.
Batch.
She said they called me a betch. And that's triggering to me because my brother says it like that. By the way, my brother thinks that Dominic is hot. He's like, hey,
I mean, I did
ask
too.
what brother, but now I know what brother are you talking
Join the
about.
club.
Dominic's kind of a stud. I was like, the fuck? Do you want his number? You want to shoot your shot with Dominic?
Hey, look, we can admire each other's beauty. Okay, doesn't mean we want to date.
Admire, not cup his balls.
Oh boy,
You
Oh
know,
my god.
just
But anyways,
those some
know
hot
what
nuts.
oh Jesus. By the way, the hot nuts thing. Oh, me and Dominic have stories to tell. I'll tell you that much.
I
Omar
bet.
just realized that he was too fucking old to do that.
No, because I'm victorious. I was victorious. I'm the Death Nut Challenge. So I don't think age is. I'm just saying that me and Dominic were suffering that night for reasons. All right. So it escalated. He's moving out. The kids are moving with mom. I feel utterly devastated right now, but start to think that my outburst was unnecessary. Calling him a side. I feel like that's not the grievance that I would raise. That she let out an expletive.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of bad going on. I mean, look, divorce sucks whenever you have to go through it.
Divorce is always bad.
And what do I always tell my clients? Like, look, I could hide the fact that you're filing this, but
It's gonna come out eventually.
when we serve him with the divorce papers, it's going to be like World War III.
And they're gonna see everything that you said, and they're gonna and you have to show it to them. Like, you can't hide that.
Yeah, it just now she just announced it. She didn't file anything. Around the holidays, and I got to tell you, my phones have been blowing up this holiday season.
Just yours.
Oh, I'm sure yours too. It is.
It's how do I say this? Holidays, when you work in the legal field, if I could say it personally, I've been in this for 5 years. It's the worst time because he exchanged the kids at 6:30 and not 7, like he said. So I'm going to call the police because he did not respect the time custody
Oh, yeah.
exchange.
I'm calling the cops because dad was 30 minutes late and coming to pick him up.
Yeah, I'm not going to give him the kids because he was 20 minutes late
Wait.
and he sent me a text, but I don't have to acknowledge
Oh
the
boy.
text. So I'm not
And
just
instead of like,
going to do it.
they have to tell you. Is that
Yes.
what? Like they feel like they have
They
to tell
put
you
you in the
everything that's
middle.
going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, they usually talk to Melissa or Jocelyn, and they're the ones that get to field all of these calls. But
Oh, you
it
want
just
to
gets a
you
little.
want to know something I really, really miss about here?
What's that?
Talking to the actual people. I don't do it that much over there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that should be a blessing more than it is anything else.
Not that much. One of the parts I enjoyed a lot about my job was actually listening to people and knowing their side of the story
Oh,
from
because you like the
their
tea.
perspective. Of course I do. That's part of why I do this job. Come on. And I don't hide
Also,
it.
yeah,
I
I
say
mean,
it.
you're trying to help them, you know. So when you can finish that, and then the people are happy that you helped them.
And a lot of
Good
people
feeling,
feel
right?
better when they put it out to you in words. You get what I'm saying? Like, not through a screen, but somebody that's listening to you. They feel way better.
I'll tell you what. When I get the calls, it's like, hey, I needed some legal advice. I need to know if I should call the cops because she's refusing to let me see the kids for Christmas because I was 12 minutes late during the exchange and she canceled my visits. What are my legal options? It's like your legal options on Christmas Day.
Well, about that.
I mean, they have them, and they you know. What do you think of all of this, Jennifer?
Well,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Dominic, you know what we should do? Call Jennifer, and we'll try to get her on the Bluetooth line.
Ooh.
Why don't we do it like that?
Phone line.
Yeah,
All
do
right.
it.
She's doing the robot voice now.
Jennifer, put your number in the private chat, please.
Yeah, Dominic's going to get you on a different kind of a way. Not dirty. All right.
Oh boy.
By the way, somebody had gifted some memberships, and I forgot to thank them. Angel had gifted 5 Tilted Lawyer memberships to unsuspecting members of the public, and she's also a new member herself.
Nice.
Iron Rabbit also gave some memberships.
Iron Rabbit is a member now for 2 months, and they also gifted another 5 Tilted Lawyer memberships.
Yep.
What do you get with Tilted Lawyer memberships? You get to see me and Dominic arm wrestle.
Oh boy.
That
worth
was the
it.
most testosterone-fueled Christmas stream that I saw out there for this year.
It was.
That's
It was
true.
there was a, gosh. Well, I don't want to say what there was because there was all kinds of stuff going on.
It was fun.
Oh, there was proclamations of arousal at the pain because my gay brother was on the stream. And then Lauren had said, for the sake of our friendship, I cannot continue to be participant on this live stream. Like, what did I even say?
You were like, okay.
Bruce was asking me and
That was
Dominic to
fine.
do sexual things.
That's right. I'm here for the audience. I'm working for them.
Schnitzel was being an instigator the entire time.
What?
No, she was totally instigating, man. It's like-
Instigating what? Fun?
it was fun. Not gonna lie, it wasn't fun.
100%.
I love when your
That's
sister
fun.
pointed out, like, I'm just doing this because I'm eating one peanut. I was like, that would have been me.
Oh.
I know, right? Like,
Okay,
I didn't know that was an
have
option.
I got to wrap this hypothetical up. I just got to say, man, look, divorce is hard enough.
it's a physical ailment at the end. It says it's not a mental health.
I feel like the physical ailment is his inability to sexually perform.
Oh boy.
Why
No,
else would she
I
not
don't think
disclose?
Wouldn't
so.
she have said that? Wouldn't she? If it wasn't something sympathetic, wouldn't she have disclosed it?
I mean, I don't see a reason not to disclose it at all. She's
It could
already
be
anonymous.
cancer, like stage 3 cancer or something like
I
that.
feel like that. Well, yeah, that would, I guess, kind of make her look like a dick then, wouldn't it? So that kind of
That's
makes
why
sense.
I feel like she doesn't say it, because she doesn't want people to say she's a bitch.
Did she call him a psycho in front of the kids or not? That's what I
That's
can't
you
figure
know that
out.
I had that question too.
I-
That she
Yeah.
said it in front of them or not?
I felt like it was in front of the kids. So
Probably.
She
It-
wasn't lying though.
yeah,
to say that.
from it's hard. You really have to be the bigger person, I guess, if you want to call it that. If
Yeah.
he did that and he wasn't there when they opened it and the kids are freaking out, you have to try. And it also depends on like, what's your parenting style? How have you raised them? to
Printing that,
communicate?
taking the time to type that, print it, wrap it in Christmas paper, put it under the tree. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's kind of
Highly
sinister.
premeditated.
Yes, like
Isn't
that's
it?
even worse than a piece of coal.
I don't
And-
use this term often, but that was a narcissistic move. Like, let's
Yeah.
just make Christmas all about you. and
Oh,
your feelings.
exactly.
Yeah. And he's angry and bitter
Mhm, mhm.
about it all.
He could be that angry and bitter on the 26th, though. You know what I mean? Why mess up the kids' Christmas?
Yeah,
on
what are
account of
they?
him?
What's their fault on this? Nothing.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what.
And I mean, the
will-
problem here is there's correlation with this diagnosis, and everybody's going to conflate correlation with causation. And it may be causation. I don't know, but they're at least going to conflate the correlation. So she's got this problem.
I think that the sickness was more like a camel that broke the straw's back, or
You know.
switch that and reverse it. The you know what I mean? The straw that broke
Draw
the.
the camel's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, that's
Straw that
very
broke the
typical.
camel's
Like,
back.
My, how the turntables have.
The turntables.
Hey, Michael Scott.
hey. Yeah, I was a manager for 20 years, and what I learned was when people quit their job, and this divorce is like quitting your job, right? It's hardly ever for one singular reason that you can point to and say, this is why they quit. It's usually this
Yeah.
aggregation or this integration of lots and lots of things, and suddenly something tips the scale.
Well, she did say that. She just said that
Yeah.
the diagnosis was just kind of like more piling on. There was stuff going on behind the scenes with them for a long time now.
Yeah.
If I were to counsel them individually, I would have a lot of things to say to this guy. Like, what is your effing problem? Why would you do like? Why did you feel the need
To do that.
to stamp Christmas with your impending divorce?
Bad move. Yeah.
For one, all the other stuff. You know, I don't know this guy, but you know, I'm sure he's a peach to
Omar,
live with.
you don't have to know him. Like that was a bitch ass move. That's
Yeah, it was. I mean, she has a reason she doesn't come off the best, and maybe, you know, there's whatever. She's not coming off the best, but that was a dick move. And the crime here is not in him and her calling him a fucking psycho, regardless of whether or not it's in front of the kids.
Yeah.
There's other stuff going on.
Like he thought that this really was going to destroy her, and it destroyed his kids.
Well, he's
Also,
trying to get
if
back
you're going to
emotionally.
print that out and put it in all the presents and stuff, saying your mom's going to divorce me, what do you expect her to do? Like you're basically setting it up for her to be very
Look like
angry
the bad
at you.
person.
Well,
Like, do you
let's just
expect her
gain
to be
some,
super happy about that? That you put that in the wrapping paper? Give me a break.
But I feel like we should bring some context. We just got done with Christmas, and for those of us that have children, myself and the Schnitzel, Jennifer, you got children?
Yeah, no, a dog and a cat now.
Oh well,
Yeah, I have my
part
baby.
of the blessing and the curse of being a parent on Christmas is it's your inherent job
Father.
that you have to make the Christmas season magical for your children, you know? And so granted, they're 13 and 15 years old, but I could not imagine the act of setting up that time bomb for the children to open up their stocking stuffers to.
And that's
by the way, we're getting a divorce.
You ruined the magic forever. Every single Christmas, they're going to be remembering the shit.
Oh, it's going to be triggering.
That's just so immature. You know what? Divorce is adult shit.
Yeah, it
You
should
know,
be.
It should be.
It is. Yeah, right. And then no matter. I mean, if I'm off and on here. I'm so sorry, but it is sad if somebody's really sick, you know. But the world doesn't revolve around you. None of us, right? So, but your children shouldn't be affected by.
Hey, by the way, what
nonsense.
are you all drinking? I'm drinking. I was gifted a whiskey by Schnitzel. It's called
No, it's not over there. I think you have the
Eagle
bottle.
Rare.
Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare. It is quite delicious. Are you drinking, Jennifer, or are you sobering up for New Year's?
I don't think you know me that well. Okay. No,
No, ma'am, I
I'm having-
don't.
No, you don't. I'm having my vodka water.
Oh, there you go. Vodka and water.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, once you start drinking enough, you don't really even need to lemon or like lime it up, whatever. You just vodka water,
All right.
plain old water. I
I
mean,
feel
you
like
know, whatever.
Bruce is drinking some green tea.
No, this is eggnog.
What are you
It's
drinking,
eggnog.
Bruce?
It's eggnog with the Kraken rum. Kraken
Oh,
rum.
well, I do love.
That sounds good.
I do love me some Kraken with some eggnog. That is the
I've
mixture,
never
sir.
had that.
No, it's delicious.
Oh.
It is delicious.
I got
I
the
was
local
planning to have
eggnog.
some at my Christmas party until I cooked the eggs in the eggnog on accident.
Oh my gosh. You know what I do crave like a once in a while, probably in the like winter, probably January 2nd maybe, because I don't do dry months. A White Russian. Oh my god, they're so freaking good.
You gotta
With
love
chocolate milk.
a good White Russian every now and then.
Mhm.
Yeah, you do.
The distillery that I go
milkshake.
to, they make a coffee liqueur that's so strong you don't even have to add vodka to it. It's not like Kahlua and vodka. You just use their coffee liqueur plus whatever you want to add to it, and it's
This
strong.
that just reminded me of a coffee tequila I bought when I went to Cancun.
Oh,
No,
That's
no,
good.
yes,
Really?
Are
No,
you
it's-
vouching for it or
no,
no?
it's really dangerous.
Why? Because it's delicious.
It doesn't fucking taste like alcohol at
Oh,
all. It
well-
feels like
No.
you're drinking a milkshake.
That's the kind
So
of
you could
alcohol you make
easily-
for girls, so that they will drink more when you're in college. That's the Bill Cosby thing.
No,
He did.
Hey.
He did not say that. He didn't mean it.
that I don't know what
exactly
I
what I
know
meant.
you didn't mean.
where's
But
my
the,
red flag? You
I know it's not. I know it's not from Cancun, but I think there's is it the 1800 or one of those tequilas has a coffee tequila.
Padron.
And it's
Like a
really good.
liqueur in it? No, I don't know. I'm not much into flavored
I don't-
alcohols.
It's a tequila, but it tastes
I'm
like
gonna bring a little
coffee
bit
chocolate.
for you to
It's so
try
good. It's
next
really
time I
good.
come.
It's really good.
I'm sure it's
Happy
delicious.
Padron.
By the way, Zach says, Bruce Morgan, did you know if you aimed straight for the moon, but were 1 degree off,
Oh boy.
that when you got close, you would asphyxiate without a spaceship?
I mean, if you were in space anywhere, you'd asphyxiate without a spaceship.
That
I
was
mean,
really
there's
poetic.
a lot of problems happening here. Space
feel
is
like we
dangerous,
should-
guys.
Let's
Space is
move
not
on,
amenable to
I was
human
gonna
life.
say. So our conclusion is that she's not the asshole. For saying that.
My conclusion is that they're both dicks and
They're both-
varying
Mine too.
degrees.
They're both dicks. They're
Really?
both really.
I don't think I could. I feel like I can't blame her that much for calling him a fucking psycho for putting the Christmas wrapping stuff in
Yeah,
there.
that is
That
not
is
I just
that's
can't.
bad.
I can't blame her for that.
that is not the
Yeah.
crime here.
Like, yeah, maybe it'd be better to do that without being in front of the kids, and we don't know for certain, but we assume that she did it in front of the kids. But
Well,
these
I
are
think I
older
could
kids. They're 13 and 15. They've seen Die Hard. They
I will
understand
assume-
what a psycho is.
I'm going to assume some things about this guy. I think that he's probably insufferable.
Oh boy.
I think that
Probably.
he's got some maturity issues.
Yeah.
The fact that he's got his in-laws vouching for him and stepping in and coming after this lady is a giant red flag. In-laws shouldn't be involved in any capacity for any reason,
In any decision.
unless there's like a safety issue or something with the
Yes.
children. But when the in-laws get involved, it's usually a maturity issues on one party or the other, or maybe both. That's what I would say to that. Do you guys co-sign, or is that a hot take on the part of the tilted lawyer?
I sign off.
All right.
My ex was a mama's boy, and I guess he still is. I've heard some things recently, but yeah.
How would you
She was
define a
always
mama's
involved.
boy, by the way?
Mom is always like I could easily say that.
Well, don't get okay. Mama's number 3 in the marriage.
No, Mama's number 1 in
Oh.
the marriage.
We
Oh,
talked
right,
about this a
exactly.
couple
You're
weeks
right. You're
ago.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Mama's number 1, but
Number
there's 3 in
1.
the marriage. Mhm.
But there's 3 exactly.
And you're the last.
Yes.
Stephanie B,
Yeah.
I feel like you've been a long time listener to Flad. I feel like you should participate. I feel like you should call the number scrolling on the voicemail line and jump on camera and maybe bless us with your presence and add to the general discourse. What do you think of that? All right, I'm going to move on to the next hypothetical. I was
Yes, good.
teasing Stephanie a little bit.
What's the next one?
Well, the next one, all right, I'm done with the psycho one. The next one is, this is a good one. This is the one I wanted Jennifer and Amy on the show for. And Amy is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, Amy, she's busy.
Yeah, Amy is a little bit, she's got things going on. But let me just share my
She
screen
does.
for this one. Jennifer, you're sounding really good now, by the way. I don't know what you did, but it
Thank
worked.
you. Oh, I put my little earbuds in, and maybe that I should have done that on my computer, but I'm on my phone
maybe.
right now. I'm good.
All right, so this person wants to know if they are the asshole for telling husband it was his choice to open our marriage and I ain't closing it.
Oh dear.
Oh, this is.
Oh, go
this is-
ahead.
I'm just going to start by saying you people should stop doing that. There. I just
don't open the marriage if you don't. You know what's funny? It's always the guy that wants to open the marriage, isn't it?
Yes, generally.
And
then
then
it
they
goes
find
bad.
out that it goes bad, and then they don't like it.
And then they want to close it, and then it's like, no.
Nope, too late, bitch. You open it. You open it.
Yeah, people need to stop doing that. It's
So-
like, it always ends bad, but anyways.
This lady's 40 years old, married her husband when he was 42, about 18 years ago. We have a daughter of 16, a son of 14. They met in
Wait,
college.
they got married much older. Right?
Mm-mm-mm.
Is that what I got? Oh, they're 42,
42 now.
Wait,
And then
now.
20s,
Okay,
right?
I'm sorry. I'm
subtract
sorry. I gotcha.
18 in their 20s?
No, I
She got
thought
married
you
at
were,
22.
Close to the
I thought
30s.
they-
Not
I'm
quite
sorry.
there.
I
Yeah.
thought
Almost.
they got married at 42. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
Children getting
Sorry.
married. She was a baby.
Right. So
Yeah,
they've
children
been
getting
in it for a
married,
while.
right? I agree with you.
They're long past the 7-year itch. They're like on the
18 years.
7-year itch squared. Anyway, husband lost his parents in an accident, and as friend, I consoled him, and we became close. We're from the same city, and he lived around 10 kilometers from my house, so we just clicked. Our marriage has our own share of ups and downs, but financially, we're in a good place. I own a house gifted by my parents, and he inherited his. Gosh, where do you guys find these parents, man?
They're not in the
I know.
States. That sounds like the UK, if you ask me.
Wherever it is, man. Like, I wish I want to inherit stuff.
Me too.
Like, why can't I inherit stuff? I want to, well, it builds character. That's what I'm saying. My parents, and he inherited his parents' house after their passing away. I run my own bridal boutique and make good money. He is insurance head. We have bought multiple properties and built our future together and for our children. We also have created mutual wills in case one parent has to pass away. I get
Has
what a
to?
will is. So
Okay.
last year, my husband started distancing, and I was worried. He started ignoring me, stopped getting physical, etc. And in the end, he told me he finds me fat, ugly, and he doesn't get a turn on. And he does she mean a hard on?
Yes,
Why is she writing like this?
because she's not from the States. That's why.
I
Doesn't
was
get
so
turned on.
Good
yeah,
point.
he doesn't get a turn on. He doesn't get turned on. I was so busy in raising kids in my business that I stopped caring about it. He said he doesn't want to destroy the family, but he wants to have sex outside the marriage. He said he
boy.
won't be hypocrite, and I can do the same. I cried and I begged, but he didn't listen. After weeks of crying and self-pity, I accepted this proposal. Could I just, all right, before I even read the rest of it,
Okay.
Oh boy.
in a world,
Please try to not get slammed online by saying something really bad.
I don't give a shit who wants to slam
I
me
knew you were
online.
gonna
I
say
really
that.
don't give a shit.
Proceed.
I'm just going to say, in a world where women could literally make thousands of dollars a month selling pictures of their feet
Which they do.
because men are perverts.
Right?
Yeah. Or they sell their used panties as well.
Omar,
Yeah.
how much do you think my feet are worth?
From me? Or
Well,
from
not from you. I mean, in general. Come on.
Let's see.
You're just talking about thousands a month. I mean,
I don't know, man. It depends on if you're willing to be gay for pay.
Actually, some people are so. I
I
don't
was just talking about
understand the
my feet.
arousal on feet, but anyway.
I have a friend who's a foot
model.
connoisseur.
A foot
Oh.
masseur?
oh, Schnitzel can
Connoisseur.
explain it all to me later. Okay.
Oh, he's-
Oh,
I
a
see how it is.
connoisseur.
Yeah, he has a foot fetish.
Oh,
Yeah. So I've never understood the foot fetish thing, but I know that Bruce is also a connoisseur.
oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, Margaret Robbie said that in an interview that after she did Barbie, those were all the comments she got.
About it.
Murphy.
Because in the first scene of Barbie, it's like her like walking on the feet and then like getting off of the feet. Those were her feet.
Of all the parts of a woman, why would the feet be the thing that you gravitate towards?
I don't understand.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hear it from somebody that actually has that
Yeah,
fetish.
if you guys have a foot fetish, please call in.
I look at feet a lot, though. I think I told you this last time.
I think
I
Dominic
look-
is an
I
ass
look at
man.
them.
I am. How'd you know?
Well, because, I am also an ass man.
Zach is saying I can make $5 if I pay someone $20 to look at my feet.
Hey, if you're in
Omar.
the chat, how much would you pay Bruce for pictures of his feet? I think we should take a poll.
Oh dear.
And I want to know, Omar, if anyone here, if you could say you had a fetish, like if you had to pick one thing that you're like that you like, what would you say it is?
Me?
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
probably like biceps.
Biceps?
Oh. Schnitzel's an arm lady.
Yeah. What would you say, Jennifer?
Oh,
I know this
I
does get
could
kind of
answer for
misogynistic
my,
when
I could
bring
answer
this
for
up.
my husband, but it's going to sound really bad. So I'm not
Your
gonna
husband's a white guy,
I
isn't
don't
he?
know.
No? Oh, shit. What is
I
your
don't know.
husband? No, I need to know.
No.
I need to know.
Oh boy.
look really bad.
You can't tease it. You got to tell.
Melissa's husband is into ankles.
Ooh.
It's,
Nice.
it's gonna sound so bad.
What is it? What is it? I'm not going to judge him.
Really pale skin.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a new one. I've never well, I mean, I guess. Sure.
Well, some people like to have really the goth look, like the really
The goth
pale
look.
skin, but yeah.
Well, Melissa is naturally pale. She's like whiter than I.
Oh. Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Are you
it
gonna
makes a
go
lot of
goth?
sense.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well,
I
good
think
for him.
I like hairy chest. I think. I think
No.
I
I
do.
mean,
How did I know you were going to say that, Jennifer? I swear to God. it's
I
like-
don't know. It's like
Omar, you know what I've learned? Like these ladies are really specific. They're like biceps or hair on the chest. And
Yeah.
you and I are just
Hair
like,
on the
we
neck.
like ass. Like that's it.
Ass.
We're just like, whatever.
Whatever kind of curves.
We just like
breast, ass, you
Yeah.
know.
well, you
We
were
just like
raised
a
in a
thick
Hispanic culture. Maybe that's why.
I don't know why it is. It just is what it is, you know? I
I,
make no
refer-
apologies.
I reference Seinfeld a lot, but there was one episode I think when Terry Hatcher was on, and Jerry was like all obsessed with her boobs, and Elaine kept saying, "Oh, they're fake.
Oh,
they're
they're-
fake. They're
yeah.
fake. I thought you were a leg
Hmm.
man." He goes, "I have legs." or but you know, I have a leg. I can't remember which one it was, but he's like, why would I want? Why am I that?
I mean,
Yeah.
I could understand why men are attracted to breasts. I can understand why they're attracted to legs. I don't understand the foot fetish thing. I just don't.
So if anybody has a foot fetish, call in and explain.
Yeah.
I do like to. I like nice feet though. I mean, but some
I
you
don't
can't
even
help
look
your
at
feet.
feet. It's
You can't
like
help your feet though.
I feel like
You
if
can't
you're
help it.
with me, I mean, like my wife, I don't even look at her feet, man. I have no idea what her feet look like. I don't know if they're painted or not. I don't
At
know.
this point of the relationship, I don't think so.
You've been
I
together
just
for a
don't-
long time. It doesn't matter. You
Yeah,
love her.
but
Who cares?
Well,
She's perfect.
You don't compliment her if she paints her toenails, Omar? We have a lot of
No.
work to do.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
boy. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, my husband never says anything, and if he ever says anything, I know he doesn't like. So I'm like, oh, he
Well-
didn't like it. Okay.
I don't know. If I notice, I'll compliment, but I don't ever
No.
look at feet. I
You,
just
you
never do.
remember the first rule you told me when I started working with? If I notice, it's bad.
Oh, that is true. I did tell you.
Oh, yeah.
If I notice, it's bad. So just pointing it out.
Why are you wearing your pajamas?
Oh my God.
I have pajamas on right now.
The shoes, the nails.
What did you do to your hair?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Oh, boy.
I do pay attention to shoes. Okay, here's my rule on shoes, and that's not a part of the body. That's just your taste. However, your shoes, they're like you have hubcaps and you have rims.
What the fuck does that mean?
That means don't wear rims. Don't wear rims, dude. I mean, don't wear hubcaps. I'm sorry,
What?
Don't-
rims, because you want to wear nice shoes. Because
Bruce,
the
could you
shoes can make
interpret?
the whole outfit.
That the shoe exactly. The shoes
Yeah.
can make the entire off. It can make it or break it.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
you don't want to wear some hubcaps.
All right, let me
I
get
think
your
what
all
she's
opinions
saying,
on
Omar,
this.
is ladies
It's like
don't
when
want
you
a
told
guy
me
with
to not wear
crappy shoes.
highlighters as shoes.
Thank you, Bruce.
Please
Now,
don't wear Crocs
if-
ever.
Right. Thank
What
you.
if I have like the work shoes where I'm gonna go like paint the shed and I got to put the
Well,
crappy
that's
shoes
different.
on?
That's manly. That's good. That's good. That's good man.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
talking
so I
about-
wear what I wear,
Hey,
man.
I
So
have some work
Right.
boots too.
You always wear the two same pairs of shoes.
I have like 4 pairs of shoes. 2 of them are hiking boots. I got a couple pairs of dress shoes. That's about it. I got some workout shoes, but they're all practically purposed. They all have their own purpose. They're not for aesthetics.
You're saying you wear shoes you could wear in court. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Omar?
sir, I do. Although
that's
I
good.
have worn the wrong shoes to court before.
Yeah, you
Oh, uh-oh. Trouble.
did. He's like, I walked into court with my sneakers.
Oh,
I didn't even notice.
It's like, Melissa, why don't you tell me? Jesus. Oh.
Well, I pick out my outfit by my shoes. I
Like
have-
part of her job as
a
my
million
assistant was supposed to like tell me I'm wearing the wrong shoes.
I think it's because that day you drove from your home to court, and then when I came here, I saw the shoes in the office, and I was like, why are the shoes here? And I thought, oh, Omar must have worn his shoes he has at his house. And he's like, I walked into court with my fucking sneakers. I look like an idiot.
I just had to own it. It's like, hey, I'm wearing what
That's
I wear,
okay.
man.
I think you
Yeah,
blamed
but
it
that's
on one of your
different.
children. You're like, Your
Yeah.
Honor,
I
yeah.
didn't blame it. Nobody even said it. Nobody said anything. And
Thank
I think
God.
I had to. I don't know.
If only
man.
you had bell bottoms.
You may have had physical therapy that day. No, so I wouldn't have questioned. I don't, and I look at shoes. I wouldn't have questioned. I'd be like, oh, he must have had a long walk here or something.
Zach says on a recent AMA stream, they asked if I liked boobs or butt. In the smartass mode, I said, pretty athletic legs and arms. Then they turned it into limbs and proclaimed me a serial unaliver. LOL. Zach,
I mean, I think that checks out for Zach. That's
I
pretty
could see
accurate,
why they
yeah.
would make that conclusion.
You would make that argument.
All right, let me
Zach,
get
that's
back
creepy.
into.
I don't know you, but that's a little creepy. Sorry.
All right.
Zach is unique.
Let's get back
Okay.
to the open marriage thing. So this lady, she's a mother of the year, and she's focusing on the kids. And husband has grown bored and has commented on her physical appearance. Wanted to open up the marriage and has declared that he wants to have relations outside of the marriage, and you could too. And the whole reason we went off on this tangent was that's
He
a
wrote
really
that.
dangerous game to play because men will sleep with anything. And so all I'm saying is if she puts herself out there like that, she's going to have like 100 different suitors. And you were not. It's just the nature of it.
You
It's
get a
just
swinger. You get a swinger. Everybody gets a swinger.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's why I always say it's don't do it because it's going to backfire on you and you're not gonna like it.
And if you wanted to go into these swinger clubs, it's like hey, single women are allowed. You could come with a couple, but no single men. Why? Because like dozens of single men are going to be lining up at the chance of becoming a member of said swingers club. It's just an incongruous thing that you do that men and women have to experience.
Don't do it. Don't.
Yeah.
So
So I
anyway,
can't make
so-
money
What
with my
happened after that?
sweepstakes.
I wanna
Don't
know
get
what happened.
married. Don't get married.
Or
Yes, that's
Uh,
actually a good argument. Don't get married. That's it.
hey, Bruce, what if I told you that you could make $10,000 a month minimum
Okay.
if you paraded your feet on an OnlyFans account,
Okay.
but you had to make them look like girls' feet?
What do you mean make them
A
look like
lot of
girls'
men
feet?
would
Like
do
wax
it.
them.
I mean, I
Like
don't
you
know
need
if they
to
look like
wax
now.
them and
Paint
paint
your
your
toenails?
nails and
Yeah, just like come up with like
Wait,
some
just-
kind of a hentai persona
Just make
or
it
whatever.
Wait, like toenails and shave my ankles?
hentai
I don't
persona.
know what
I'm
you would have
in.
to do.
I'm
Excuse me?
100% in.
You know what that word is?
Hentai? I know because of
What?
Dominic.
Tentacles? I mean, I'll get some.
Okay.
I'll get some fit
I'm not gonna
tentacles.
say
I'm
anything
in.
else.
Dominic is into hentai chicks.
I'll
Does he
do
like
it.
tentacle porn?
A lot of men are, surprisingly.
Hey, Dominic, do you like tentacle porn? What does that
Oh,
mean?
boy.
Like octopus? Do you
What
like
have I done?
I just watch anime.
Chat, what have I done?
Dominic
Just
actively
anime.
watches
Okay.
anime?
You made a really dig deeping on it.
I don't
It's
understand
funny,
it, but Dominic is into it. So,
Ask him if he likes bukkake.
do you like
Oh,
bukkake?
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Schnitzel.
I'm gonna have to Google these two words because I don't know either one.
Don't
Oh.
do
No,
not.
don't do it. No, you don't have
I'm
to.
from
don't
the
worry.
South.
Turn your search history
Oh.
off if you do
I don't
it.
know a lot.
Yeah.
I would imagine that bukkake came from the south of
Okay.
Japan.
Okay.
Of not of
Okay.
the south of Japan.
I'm going to
Oh,
the south
boy.
of Japan. Shut up, please. I don't want that idea in my head.
All right, let me try to bring us back into focus
It's-
here.
yeah,
Antlers
okay.
are too young
So
for
she
this.
begged. He said no. They opened the marriage, and now we're gonna happen. What's going on?
So last year, okay, I also started working out and got, all right. You know, I cried and begged. He didn't listen. After weeks of crying and self-pity, I accepted his proposal.
Okay.
And so I also started working out. Of course, she started working out. She's going to lose weight. She's going to get it in really good shape. She's going to
Omar.
start getting all this. All right.
Continue. Don't derail.
All right. And guys in the gym started hitting on me because of course they would.
Oh,
Men
did we
see-
go through one of
You
these
see-
last week too?
I have had my share of hookups and fun, but finally I'm getting along with a man who is 35. He treats me on dates and sex is good. I also changed my dressing and traditional to more Western and sexy and have lost weight. What is going on? Bruce?
Whoa.
Is that you?
No, I'm
Sorry,
fine.
guys.
Oh, someone
Um,
was fumbling with the mic over there.
Oh yeah,
no.
I keep dropping. I got these little bitty. I fucked up my ear things. So.
Oh, you're good, Jennifer. We'll just,
Sorry.
next time I'm going to know that it's you and I won't even ask the question. Anyway, she's having a good time with this guy. He's 35. My husband, luckily or sadly, doesn't have such luck. Go figure.
Of course, he's not going to. He's the
He's
fucking
tall
old man.
and he's
This,
tall and
this is
all,
what people call karma. I mean,
but he overrated his chances.
Yes, he did.
He got hookups here and there, but barely they repeated him. Okay, she's obviously not
That's
her
really,
first language.
That's really.
He thought he can woo girls with money.
uh-oh.
What money?
Oh, I got things to say, but girls today are independent. No, they're not. They are not.
No, they're not.
And can't be wooed with
Not?
money only. Yes, they can.
I'm
Yes, they
independent as
can.
fuck.
Okay, that's not true.
So what's the problem? Is he just going to the wrong places or what? What's your
I think that,
assessment
well,
here?
I think what probably happened is that he was probably banging somebody on the side already.
And he thought that it was gonna last.
And he thought that was going to be just the constant variable now, as opposed to him trying to live the life of a single person while he's married with children. And now that it's not working out because not as many women are into him as men are to her, he's being a little regretful.
Mm-hmm.
He probably did overestimate his looks and his sexual prowess and his ability to attract the opposite sex. And so here he is. It happens to a lot of guys. What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And she, because she's a female and because men are predatory and because men
Are disgusting.
are disgusting, She is not having any problems attracting to the other sex. She's met somebody that she likes.
And aside from that, I'm going to point something. She was dedicated to being a wife, like she said at the beginning. I like a mom, and now that this guy, her
But the other
husband,
thing is-
tossed her out, she has time for herself.
I'm willing to bet that she doesn't have like weird sexual fetishes that this guy has. And so maybe there's like some weird sexual thing that he's getting off on.
Where did that
She just
come
wants
from?
To be my speculation.
That's what he's
This is
thinking.
purely my speculation. I feel like she's cool with just being with like one constant person that treats her well.
Yeah.
That's enough for her.
Yeah.
For him, he wanted tentacle sex.
Oh boy.
And there's not as many people into that.
You think that's what he wanted?
I don't know what he wanted, but you know.
boy.
I think we may find out.
So anyway, so he's
Oh, that's
saying
true. There's updates.
She
This is
said
That's
best
new in
Reddit
the
updates.
dictionary.
So there's updates on this.
so I was going on days when my kids were at my parents and he was pissed. He said he said not to go. I didn't care and I went anyway. Now he's saying he wants to close this marriage and I just laughed at him. I told this is the arrangement he wanted and I'm honoring it. I am enjoying the attention these hunks give me. Oh my God. This lady's probably
Hunks.
like in her late 50s. She's
I
got
was
to be,
gonna
right?
say,
40.
Guys with
She's-
but she
biceps.
sounds
That
like
is
she's
such a
65.
70s I know.
Hunks with
Um,
biceps.
Maybe
These
English-
hunks give me.
Maybe English is not her first language. That could be too.
It's not my
Maybe,
fault
right.
women
I think it's
don't want
great.
him. He started calling me names. I called him a man whore. I don't think he's offended by that, to be honest with you. He's
Could be a
threatening
compliment.
divorce. I'm
Okay.
fine with it because our laws favor women more. Jesus.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's not the United States.
I pointed that to him. He started crying and begging to close the marriage again, but I'm refusing.
Oh, so the papers have changed.
Oh,
Let us go through the updates. Edits.
Okay, edit.
35 male is in the
turntables have
divorce process.
turned.
Oh, how the turntables have.
So her hookup is also getting divorced.
Yeah, 35 male is in divorce process in our country. Takes years to have divorce if wife isn't consenting. Interesting.
Oh, then that's the DR.
She was
Where
right.
are they?
We're taking it slow, but he is amazing man.
Oh God.
I don't even know what that means.
He's
Our-
an amazing
Our
man.
children have no idea, and we are involved parents. Stop stressing about them. Also planning to get divorced when both are in college. This is kind of going off the
Oh,
rails.
I've
I don't
heard
know what
that
she's
wrong.
talking about.
I'm sure they know more than she thinks they know.
Probably. P.S. Who thinks this is fake? You can't believe what you want to. I don't have to prove anything here. I am here for judgment.
I am here for judgment. You don't hear a lot of people say that.
Could I just ask, what are the odds that this lady is not from either Taiwan or the Philippines?
No, she should say, hello,
No.
Omar.
I'm
I'm
just
here for
saying.
judgment.
All right. I mean, I will judge if you want me to.
I want to know what country they're in.
She
I
says,
think it's the DR.
it has to be the
She
Philippines.
spells with honor, HONOUR.
No.
That is a UK thing, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then it's a country in Africa because there's a lot of UK influence in Africa. There's a lot of
We
African
went
people
from
who-
the UK to Africa to Taiwan to the Philippines.
You mentioned
Oh,
Taiwan
boy.
and the Philippines.
You know what? This is not that one game where you're supposed to pick out the.
Pick up the country.
Yeah.
I want Dominic to write her.
So
and
no,
say,
she's
"Where
not
are
the
you from?"
asshole. She's not the asshole. For this idiot, it backfired
Dominic?
on him.
I will protect you from this lady at all costs. Don't you dare get involved with a woman like this.
But ask her where she's from. You want to know.
Oh, Dominic, you just get yourself a good local young lady. You don't need to get involved with this kind of stuff.
Wow,
Oh,
these
right.
Anyway.
dates are
You know how you talk about like if you and your like say for me and my husband were out at a club, I go to the bathroom, I come back and he's trying
Yeah.
to get me on some. This is exactly where I'm like, fucking try. Let's see what you can do. Let's see what you can accomplish.
But like, what if
Yeah.
he succeeds? Though was the point. Like, what then?
I just don't think that would happen.
Oh, your poor husband.
Oh my God, poor Mr. Schnitzel.
He's
What
just
the
not.
heck?
He's not.
There's no confidence in him.
He's not
Oh.
actually like that. Like
Omar, we need to give Mr. Schnitzel some dance lessons. I think you and me, we can
we do. He's
chip
a
in and-
terrible dancer.
Are you
can,
offering to grind on Mr. Schnitzel?
We can straight eye that guy. It'll be
Listen,
great.
Schnitz.
I'd be like, Mr.
We can fix
Schnitzel,
him up. We can
come here
fix him
right
up.
now. I'm about to give you the business, sir.
Oh boy, we can be like his
Honestly,
mentor.
His game is not what won me over.
Oh, we gotta up his game.
Oh, no comment from me. I'm just gonna say that this lady has she's like lashing out at the audience here. I had to add people who are blaming me for staying fat. So she's not an attractive. Not that there can't be attractive fat ladies, but she's like owning the fact that she's fat and like using it as like a derogatory towards people judging her. I don't know what she's doing.
I think she's on some sort of medicine. Like I don't make any sense of her.
Is
at
the
all.
medicine called English isn't her first language?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, no, I don't think so. I think we can still understand. You know, I mean,
It'd be kind of sad if English was her first language and she really is on something.
Well,
Yeah.
that might be true.
But she said kilometers at the beginning, so
She
I
did.
knew
Yeah,
this
well,
was not
that's
here.
definitely not. Yeah,
Despite both
that's-
working, my
She's not
evenings
using
went to
freedom
teaching
units.
kids. All right, look, this lady's kind of off the rails.
She's
I'm
not
just
the
gonna-
asshole.
I'm just going to say this.
Dominic, I'm gonna look for Dominic next week or whenever you're live next. Okay, he needs a little help.
Oh, Dominic does
Sorry,
not need
honey.
help. Dominic needs
I know.
confidence.
He's
There's
I
nothing
don't-
wrong with Dominic. There's nothing wrong with Dominic. He's just a little young, is all.
I love
And
him.
if I was
It's okay.
advising Dominic as his dad, who beat him at the Death Nut Challenge in the arm wrestling tiebreak, I'm just
boy.
going to say, Dominic doesn't need anything except a little bit of confidence, and then it
Do you
can
mean
come.
confidence or
You're too young
experience?
to have a 25-year-old son.
I mean, well, they go hand in hand. I feel like you
guess.
gain confidence through experience. You know,
Oh my
he
God,
just
I could
needs to
have a
sow his
25-year-old
wild
kid.
oats a little
So
bit.
experience
That's all.
is the prerequisite.
I feel like once he gets a little bit of experience and some confidence in what his marketplace value is, I think that it's going to be fine.
Marketplace
So now he's a
value.
property.
He's like an E-Trade stock.
He just look, man. All young men are awkward and unsure of themselves and unconfident. I feel like Dominic's biggest problem is exactly that, just lack of experience. Wait till he's in his 30s and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. That's my prediction on him. Let me look.
Dominic, you know, you just get you just get the bent of the joke. So sorry, I don't know you, and I'm sorry.
Dominic is a G. He's a good-looking guy. He's a
Yeah.
big dude, man. He just needs a little bit of experience. Is all, just a little bit of life experience. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
One day at a
But-
time.
For this, look, if you were a guy, and you are in an illicit relationship with some other lady that is not your wife, you should not take that as a signal to, oh, my life is going to be perfect once I just open up the marriage, because then I could just talk to all these other ladies and, swim in the pussy. It's not going to work that way for you. It is not going to work that way, man.
Maybe he watched a lot of Mad Men.
Mate,
Yeah.
that would have been the appropriate time period for something like that. But at that time, men and women were not on equal footing. Nowadays, with dating apps and everything else and the sexual
I mean,
liberation that has taken place,
Let's just look at this point. This is how I know that men really, they outweigh themselves so much. There was a woman who posted an ad that she wanted to sleep with 100 men in 24 hours, and there were lines of men
and they signed
outside.
up for that shit.
Omar, you don't know.
We did
Don't
not
know
know
what
Everybody
you're
keeps
talking
telling
about,
me
right?
about this
What?
thing, and I'm
The,
like,
the
I don't want to
girl
know about
from
this
the UK
thing.
that she posted
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
She posted an ad.
Lily
She wanted to
Phillips.
break the record of sleeping
Yeah.
with
Oh,
100 men in
boy.
24 hours.
Hey,
Omar,
Dominic?
there were lines of people outside. Some
I know.
didn't even make it.
Which, by the way,
Now she's going for 1,000.
if you were
Yeah.
one of the
Oh, boy.
100
I'm
men
fine.
that volunteered, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Didn't you hear? He applied.
Like I'm number 53.
Hey, Liz, if you want to join the panel, call in. Dominic will put you through right now.
Mhm.
Apparently, Liz has a new
Yes,
case,
please.
and I would love to
Oh,
offer
that'd
up
be
to the panel.
awesome.
Yeah, we love paralegal Liz over here at the Tilted Lawyer. I would love to have Liz on the show. Dominic, look
Yeah,
that
I don't
up
need
if
to
you
know
can.
more about the 100 dudes or whatever.
I know.
She's going for
We are
1,000
too
now.
much.
Hey, Dominic, at 49, at what age?
I don't need
I'm just going to ask a different question. At what age would you be enticed at the idea of being number 73, for example?
Right.
They were saying.
No age.
I don't think ever. I don't think
Yeah.
like,
Never.
I don't understand the guys that were volunteering.
Number 19.
They don't speak for all
Look,
men. I don't
anything
claim them
after
as men.
first-
Look, it's
Like-
math, Omar. Okay, there's
is.
like There's like 8 billion
It's a
humans on the
business.
planet right now.
They
Some of
each
those
paid
8
$1,000
billion
for
people
that.
are doing some really, really weird things. Okay, that's
It's just the odds of it
statistics.
all.
It's just statistical analysis.
Oh,
Liz says she can't. She's coughing.
oh, that's okay, Liz. We're all coughing.
Aw.
But I understand being you don't have to do it today. But hey, you're welcome to participate on whatever future
And
show.
the best part about this is
Yeah.
that she recorded everything for her OnlyFans. So she made money out of that, and then each dude paid $1,000.
Hey, Liz, if you want us
They
to talk about
paid?
your case, just
Yeah, they paid $1,000.
Oh,
So she
they
got
did?
100,000 out of that.
See, I
Plus
would
her
wanna get
content on
paid.
OnlyFans.
would
Exactly.
wanna-
That's what I
yeah.
would say. They would have wanted to get paid, but they paid. That
Yeah.
tells a lot about men.
the
I want
carnage
to be
of
paid.
condoms.
If it's 100 dudes, I want to be paid 100 times more than her.
Yeah.
Why you didn't put in all that work? Fuck
What?
you. What do you mean?
No, all she probably did was just lay there.
She put in a lot of effort on
She
that.
doesn't have to accept my offer. I'm just
It
saying
just
that's
sounds
my condition.
painful. I just feel like gosh, that just sounds painful. If you're
To be
a
honest,
lady,
I think she was a victim of abuse. That's why she's doing that. But anyways,
Liz is gonna email us our story. Send it to a tilted lawyer at what's our email again?
How long can you just
Tilted
take
lawyer, Gmail?
Vicodin for
Gmail.
24
Yeah,
hours? I
Gmail.
mean,
Well, I was gonna
Okay.
say the girl probably just lays on her back and probably has like 1,000 bottles of lube, not baby.
That
oil.
doesn't sound like a lot of fun for
she
the
said that
guys.
she said that each guy had to last a maximum of 5 minutes.
Max?
Yeah,
Wow.
because it's 100 guys in 24
Did they
hours. So
have
do
to
the math.
finish for it to count?
Oh,
I don't think so.
man.
So just like you're in and out. You got 5 minutes, bitch. You're either getting off or you're not.
Yeah.
doesn't sound fun.
No, it just sounds gross.
Does she do it intermittently? Like does she do like okay, I'll do 8 hours or 5
No,
hours,
she
and
had
then
to
all
reach
at once. 24
no,
hours.
she had to reach 100 men in 24 hours. So she couldn't stop.
It sounds
I
like
don't
one
know.
of those when you're
I don't
standing
even
in
know
line.
how she slept. She went to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
She
Huh,
probably
good
was
question.
just on like meth or some drug.
Like
that
even if you were
keeps you up,
like
I don't know.
involved in like a threesome, like
I would take
you know, I
Vicodin.
don't know how many of y'all have done like threesomes like in college and stuff. But like I
Might
would
as well
never
in college.
Okay.
I wouldn't even want to do like be like the second guy. Look, it's either gonna be two ladies in myself
Or nothing.
or
That's what
nothing.
every guy says.
Because it's like so
That's
what,
what every guy said.
but then it's like what am I
Boring.
supposed to do? Like wait my turn? Because I'm not gonna like
Yes.
that's not enticing. It's just not enticing. Which is to tell which my full narrative on that is threesomes are vastly overrated. It's like a young man fantasy that
This
is
just
not gonna
reminded
be
me-
what you think it's gonna be.
This just reminded me of the part of Gossip Girl where they did a threesome and then somebody found out. They're like, oh, you idiot. The third person needs to be a stranger. You fucked
Yeah.
up.
What? Oh, dear.
Always oh,
It
Or
was
a
two
wuggle.
friends. It was two friends and a guy, and then they started fighting against each other for him.
Yep.
And then somebody found out. They're like, the third person should be a stranger. You idiot.
yeah.
Jennifer says, I think she's talking about that 100 guy lady, that she says she was freaking in college and no longer wanted to give it for free. That is a shitty outlook on life, young lady, if that's the case.
Oh dear.
I don't know what to tell her, man. Oh, I don't know what to tell her. Liz just emailed us her story, and so we'll get to that. Dominic,
I'm not logged into that one.
oh, I think I need to check out.
Everybody's got a bar. Like my bar is like shaving my ankles and painting my toenails. Like I would do that. Like,
I don't
100
even think
dudes
that
at
I
once.
would go that
No.
far, man.
But painting my toenails, sure.
Oh, Liz, I got your
I got
email.
nothing.
Just so you know, I got your email on what you said. So if you wanted to shoot off a hypothetical, so to speak, and then go for it. Otherwise, anyway, so this lady, here's my soliloquy for that, man.
Nice word.
Men should not proposition their wives to open up a marriage unless they're okay with the proposition that their wives are probably going to be more successful at it than them.
That's true. Remember
If they're
Indecent
not okay with
Proposal? I
Yes.
just saw Indecent. Remember that
Demi
movie?
Moore,
Yeah.
Robert
exactly.
Redford. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Remember. I'm sorry. I hate saying that.
Oh,
Sorry.
Woody
Words
Harrelson
bother
was
me.
married to
Yeah,
Demi
Woody
Moore.
Harrelson. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
have to say that if a woman just decides to do that, one day she just needs to post a picture of her of her in a bikini and
You don't even have to be
you
attractive.
don't exactly. You don't even have to do that.
Yeah. It's just that women, men will bite on that kind of bait. You can literally take a picture of your cleavage and men will be like, "Whoa, okay," and then
Literally.
They'll
flood
have
your
something to
inbox or
say.
whatever. Yeah,
Like,
but also keep in mind that you're attracting men that would do that kind of thing.
yes, of course.
So you got to be discerning in who you pick. I'm just saying, just
Know
because you
your
got 100
audience.
people that are, yeah.
Now this just
Right?
reminds me of one of my husband's. They're not that much of friends anymore, but they were really close friends. And oh my god, this is so weird. They knew this guy who was a guy. Now he's a she, but they
Oh, I
knew
think
him
you
when
told me
he
about
was.
this one.
I did.
You might have. I think you did.
Now it's a she.
Yeah.
She did everything,
Mhm.
and then she posted a picture of his cleavage. Well, her cleavage because it's a she now, and then he texted her.
I'm willing to posit. Here's my hypothesis,
No
Oh.
hypothesis, Omar.
but this is mine. I think that Dominic could post a
She
picture
said
of
no.
his cleavage, and he would get 100 men that wanted to ejaculate on his breast.
Knowing that it was a man or a female or
Well, he knew it
Changed
was
or
a
what?
he knew it was a man. They knew him since he
He
was
could
a
just
guy.
leave it ambiguous, and he'll get suitors no matter what.
yeah, that's true. That is true.
Okay. Anyway, I feel like look,
Was that the last update?
yeah, that was right. This was the lady that was English as her second language. Right. If you're the guy, you just have to know what you're getting yourself into if you're going to subject a relationship to an open relationship. You only do that being okay with the fact that you're going to get what you get and she's going to get more than you.
Omar, I honestly believe that men who do that honestly think that their wives are not going to be capable of going to other men, and I'm like,
well,
okay.
I
Men are
think you're
stupid.
right, Melissa. You're right.
That might
That's
be true. That might be true. But look at the way that she describes how he describes her. He's probably looking at her, oh, she's
Yeah.
fat, she's unattractive, whatever. He's tired of having sex with her. Nobody's going to want her. Oh, you'd be surprised.
Oh,
Sir.
yeah, exactly. Oh, okay.
You'd just be surprised. He just has an overinflated sense of his physical capacities.
I'm
Oh.
guessing that if you're judging like that, you must look like Brad Pitt.
I'm
Just
sure
saying.
he does. I'm sure he does.
Okay. Okay, so she's 35. They're 35. They're in their
No,
30s or whatever, right?
no, her new hookup is 35. She's 40, and then she's
Okay.
42.
Okay.
Well,
That's
all
right. That's right. I got lost in my story. Sorry.
40-year-old woman is not old.
all right, let's
I'm
move on to another
48.
one.
I feel like I'm 28.
Oh, me too. I'm 44. I feel like I'm 44.
Shut
I
up.
was just gonna say. Like,
That's what happens when you have children, though.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, that'll do it every time. Melissa, how old do you feel? You're like 30 now.
I'm 30, exactly.
You feel like you're 30?
Yeah, I think so.
Because like about a month ago, you were saying, "Oh no, I'm still a baby. I'm still 20." No, you're not. You're 30.
No, I'm still a baby.
You were
I'm
30.
30, but I'm still a baby.
Hey, Bruce, how old do you feel?
I agree with you, Melissa. You're a baby.
I feel like I'm 70 years old.
I love your. Did you just put those on? Those reindeer ear things on? I'm on my phone, so I don't see.
Those
as
are
well as I do.
antlers.
You just put them on. They have. Oh, I just saw it. I'm sorry.
Hey, y'all
that's
just woke up
cute.
Stephanie's baby, man. That's
Oh,
a part
boy.
of
I'm literally still a baby. When people ask me about when are you gonna have kids, I'm like, I'm still a baby.
You are still a baby.
Oh, yeah, not anymore because your husband is well,
He's
you have
still a
husband
baby
now.
too.
How old's your
No,
husband?
He's
Melissa?
32.
32.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are
We're
appropriately
babies.
aged. Babies, right?
They are babies.
It's
Yeah.
the lot of them.
I'm a
lot of
baby.
them.
I don't give a shit how old I am. I mean, I'm always gonna feel what's in my mind, and I don't feel any different at 48. You know.
I gotta say, you look great for 48. Bruce,
Thank you.
I know how old you are, sir, and you look really good for your age.
Are you 65 yet?
No, he's not
70.
65.
I'm just
Zach is clown. Bruce is still in his 40s.
Good job, buddy.
I gotta tell you, during my Christmas party, I felt like I was in my 20s.
I'm gonna watch it and go back and watch
He
it. That's what I was
felt.
gonna tell you. I'm sorry I
He's
missed
not.
it.
It was a wild ride.
Oh,
but
were
that-
you there too, Bruce? Or it was just like, was it live?
It was live.
It was live.
It was live.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed it.
I was
Yeah.
doing
I'll
Tony
go
Romo
back and
color
watch it.
commentary.
And my sister was there. She's like, "Hey, who
And
was
your
those?
mom.
Who was
That's when
Jennifer
you're
and
saying
Amy?"
that.
Yeah,
Old
because she was
lady.
like, it's like, who were the old ladies that took over your show? It's like, what are you talking? You talking about Jennifer and Amy? Oh, and then,
Did we get on her nerves?
You didn't get on my nerves. You got on her nerves.
Oh, tell her I'm sorry. I don't like to do that.
No, I just
don't
told her
like to
they
do
were
that.
excited. They were excited, but there was like, it felt like you guys were trying to end the show for like a half hour, and they kept on talking about stuff. It's
I
like,
know.
well,
That's why I'm like, I need Amy's information because, like, I think we would be friends. We
All
would
right.
be friends. She's cool.
So let's get in on this one. Hey, Schnitz, you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, I lost you for a minute. I just haven't heard your voice for a long
I'm
time.
listening.
Yeah. All
I
right.
think
So
we're
this
over talking. Sorry.
this young lady wants to know if she is the asshole for giving her phone number to the bartender on a first date with another guy.
No.
Damn.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I would say no too.
Okay. Number one rule: you don't hit on the bartender.
What
They're
if we hit on
working.
her?
Say she
They're
hit on
working.
him.
They're
Have you?
working.
But have you ever been hit on by the bartender?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've not.
Always.
You haven't, Schnitz?
They just want
Ooh.
you to buy a drink. They're not hitting on you.
Well, I
They're
guess I don't
working.
go out to.
Oh
the
no!
bar all that often.
Is it like the strippers like that are hitting on you for
I've
tips
got
and
Yeah.
stuff?
free drinks.
Well, if they're giving me
No.
a free drink at the bar, I don't know how much tip I'm going to think
Okay,
about.
I've
giving them
gotten free
because-
drinks from male
I'm
bartenders,
drinking.
and they are not hitting on me.
No,
That's
there's-
what you think.
I have
But-
not gotten a free drink from a male bartender, but I have gotten a free drink from a female
Yes.
bartender.
Oh boy, we got a lot of
She
work.
was hitting on you.
you.
Exactly. Yeah, she was
No.
Omar. Lisa.
I don't
She
think
probably was.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I was there as a single guy.
I've gotten one free drink ever. I was in Germany. It was my first day there. And I went to this place and ordered a pizza for dinner. And I was standing and waiting for it. Probably people could tell I was not from there. And some random person in this restaurant bought me like a shot of something. And I was like, oh, thanks. And I just drank it, which I
Oh,
shouldn't have
You
done. No, I know I shouldn't have done it.
Did
And
the
Yeah.
bartender bring it to you? I mean,
yeah, so or server or
okay.
someone brought it over to me, and then I just took my pizza home and ate it.
yeah.
I feel like, okay, if I was a girl and like there were guys that were trying to buy me drinks, I feel like I would just, that I would feel obligated that I would have to like talk to them. And therefore I wouldn't accept any drinks. I don't know.
We
No.
got a free bottle of sangria when I went to my bachelorette party. Oh my god,
Sangria
that
is
was
shit though. That's
fucking
like
uncomfortable.
Oh,
that's what
boy.
you give to young ladies that are
And
not used to
bachelorette
drinking.
parties. And bachelorette parties, though, like,
There you
yeah,
go.
you should get some drinks. Yeah, somebody
That
should
was
send you over a
that was
bottle.
freaking
Hey,
uncomfortable.
so what is your guys' take on sangria though? Isn't that just like cheap wine with fruit in it?
It
I
depends
can't
on
do
what
it.
kind of wine you use.
And it
Who's
depends on
making
where.
it?
I
Where
could do
are
a
you?
white, but not a red sangria.
Hey, I don't know what's the difference. They're
Yeah.
both like fruity and sweet.
It really
Oh.
depends on like the place
Depends.
where you're at. Where you're at.
Right.
Well, let's
I
hear what
agree.
this lady has to say. So she is so
Yeah,
I use a
this.
dating app in my home country, which works with traditional matching with Tinder, right? But instead of having a chance to chat, you'll fill in date planner, and the app arranges reservation to a bar cafe on a day of the date. What is this app? Do you guys know what this is?
No?
Wait, what?
She says that
Wait, say it again.
her dating app works with traditional matching with swiping, but instead of having a chance to chat, you'll fill in a date planner and the app arranges reservations to a bar or cafe on a day of the date. Interesting.
I think I've heard of this.
I've never
I have
heard of
not.
I think I have heard of this.
Huh.
Wait. Breeze.
I don't know.
They
what
just
it
do
is.
all the work for you
Breeze.
nowadays. What-
Breeze.
It's called
It's
Breeze.
called
Breeze.
Breeze.
They arrange
Oh.
a date for you.
A
and-
dating app where you fill in a date plan and the app arranges a reservation is called Breeze. It operates on a match plan date
So that's
model,
not a real date then.
where once you match with someone, the app takes care of organizing the date. So it takes away the fucking
Well, it's
effort.
an arranged.
Yeah.
I
date.
wouldn't date somebody from there. Hell no.
So I wouldn't even classify this as a real date then. This
Why
is not
not?
the same. Because it's like
I could get I could find a friend there.
it is like an AI generated blind date, is what
So?
it feels like. But if you don't
Are you
like the
saying
person,
ChatGPT can't be a good matchmaker? Come on.
no,
Omar.
they can. But like here's my thing. Like if I show up and I don't like the lady,
Okay.
You're gonna leave.
I'm not gonna feel compelled to stay
Exactly.
Right.
or not like flirt with other women if I was in the flirting mood. You know what I mean?
But we don't know.
What?
If we
Like
see
if I was a single man.
we
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
Let me see if you actually see the person before you go.
All I'm saying is, if I was a lady on one of these arranged dates, I wouldn't feel the need to not
No, you don't see.
give my number to the bartender if I wanted to.
I think you should. You're totally okay to give your number to the
Yeah.
bartender. Like, but the reason
I need
why
more
is because you're on a
details.
first date.
I definitely
go
feel like the
ahead,
guy
keep
should
reading.
feel defeated. I feel like the guy should definitely
But
feel
the
like
guy
he took an
doesn't.
L.
The guy would never know.
But well,
And there's another one called.
But that's
know
all we
what?
need to know. What's going on?
let us just read on. Or okay.
Right.
So I had matched with someone and the date was planned. I live in a smaller village, so I needed to travel an hour to the capital city for the date. Once I arrived to the cafe, my date sent me a message. He was running late 30 minutes due to a mix-up. That's his effing bad, right? The cafe was pretty quiet. I ordered coffee, sat down to wait. During this time, I ended up chatting with the bartender who was working alone that afternoon. We were hitting it off well. At some point, he started to serve another customer, and I picked up my book, and every now and then I glanced at him, always caught him smiling to me, and I smiled back. I really wanted to give a chance to my date, so I waited him, and when almost an hour had passed, I was just about to go, he finally arrived. I was slightly irritated, which I think is fair, given that he was an hour late.
It was an hour. Yeah.
But I tried not to let it affect me. I was also disappointed that my date didn't look exactly like his picture.
And okay, so you actually see the person in a picture,
And she's been
Uh-oh.
catfished.
and she had to travel an
Maybe
hour
not
to that date.
intentionally.
No, yes, it's intentional.
Chris. I
Oh,
know.
no.
Thank you,
Okay,
Melissa.
hold on. If I'm on Hinge and I see a lady and we
Is
chat,
Hinge the
we
gay
go
one?
out.
No, that's Grindr.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Bruce.
And I'm on Hinge and there's a lady and there's some pictures and the pictures are
Poor
like,
Bruce.
okay, they're nice pictures. And then I go to the place and she definitely doesn't look quite the same as the picture.
Oh, that's happened to me when I used to be on dating
I'm
apps.
not saying she's trying to catfish me. She's just trying to use her best pictures.
No,
But
I am
there's also
going to
times
be.
where it's completely
no, I'm
obvious.
going to be honest with everybody. I am
boy.
so sorry. If I'm going to say this, and not going to like it, anybody who's hearing this, but if for much makeup and hair you get done, and nails and lashes and everything you do, you have to look like the person you are in real life. There's no scenario in which you do not edit your photos, in which you do not look exactly the same as much of
Exactly.
makeup and hair and everything that you do. I am so sorry.
The worst that ever happened to me was, I don't remember what the dating app was. It was probably Tinder back when I was in law school, and I went out with this lady.
Tinder's
Who
been around
said,
that long?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been around a long time.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was like in my late 20s, early 30s. But I went out with this lady that said she was basically my age. And then we get there, oh, I'm actually older. I just didn't know how to change it on the app. And then she looked way older in her pictures. I was so disappointed. I wanted to leave so bad, but I also didn't want to be a dick. And I was a lot more polite than I am now. And so I stayed there.
Good for you. I'm glad you're more abrupt.
Oh,
You
but
have
back
to
then-
be abrupt. You have to like say the truth. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I feel that when like they don't look like the pictures. That was the one time it happened to me where I was really bothered by it, is what I would say. So, all right, he don't look like the pictures. He shows up an hour late. I feel like already it's just kind of all bets are off at that point. He fucked up. So we had an okay time, but I felt he made awkward jokes about my hobbies that made me feel uncomfortable. I decided to end the date after 45 minutes and told him I wanted to go home. When he used a toilet, I picked a pen and a piece of paper of my journal and wrote down my number. I paid my drink, handed the paper to the bartender, thanking for him the nice talk we had before.
Well,
He thanked me and said, "See you again." Outside of the
I'm
cafe,
sorry.
I told the date, I don't see us going for more dates, and I wished him well. There's nothing wrong with her giving this bartender her
Nothing
number. She owes nothing to this guy who...
What else do we got here?
He replied by asking if I would want to kiss him. Totally she does.
Why did you
Oh,
ask,
bartender?
idiot?
This
Yeah,
is
y'all have to
basically saying,
see this. I just want to link in my phone.
hey,
Keep
so
talking.
since this is going to be the last time, do you want to bang?
Is that a thing? Oh dear.
I
Wait,
don't know. That's
No.
the energy he's giving off, though. Is
Oh,
what
I
feel.
don't see us going for more dates.
Yeah.
Oh.
Turn
Yeah,
around, walked
that's-
away,
You don't ask for a
extremely
kiss after
irritated.
that. Come on, guys.
Yeah. All right. So I told the story to my friend
Uh,
later on, and she said I was an asshole for giving the number to the bartender.
A new
No.
friend.
Yeah. I felt like I would not travel an hour just to come give. Yeah, the guy. It was a bad
Yeah.
date. She didn't like the guy. He didn't look like
He
his
was
pictures.
late. An hour.
He was
late.
an hour
The-
late.
the
She
date-
drove for an hour.
That's all irrelevant. The date does not know she gave the number to the bartender, so she's good.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
And she's
Bruce.
But
She's fine.
even if
1000%.
here's my hot take.
Being
on it.
late is irrelevant. Red herring.
Even
Things
if
happen. Things do
she
happen.
were to, in his presence, fully aware that her date was watching, give her number to the bartender,
Oh
I
boy.
feel like that would not be a foul. I feel like this guy
Yeah,
failed at the
it
date and he's
would.
got to take the L.
I think it
No,
depends on
you
how she
can't. You
approached
can't
it.
be like, I've decided this date's no good, so I'm going to give this other guy a number right in front of you.
Well, that's kinda-
not right.
All right,
I
you're
think
right.
she
Can't
did
do
it
that.
in private. I don't think she made a
No,
big
she
deal
said
about
she did it when he went to the bathroom.
Right.
kinda
She
right
just
on
wrote
that.
it down
She's
and
fine.
said
Because
she
he
did not
doesn't
do
know.
anything wrong.
Yeah.
He doesn't know, so it's all good.
You have to leave your options wide open.
She could also like if she wanted to, it didn't care about doing it in front of him. She could have said goodbye to him outside and then gone back in and given her number.
That's true.
Right.
That would have been another way to do it.
Yeah, I
that'd be
think she
fine.
did the right thing. She was fine. She,
Mhm.
I
nothing's
just
wrong with
feel
that.
like
Either
if
way.
it was if it was a good date,
Then
she
she
would
wouldn't
not have
have.
given
Right.
her number.
She
to
would
the
have been
bartender.
like, my eyes are on this guy right here.
Yeah, but
You
the
know?
guy catfished her. He shows up late. I mean, what does he expect? I don't know. And then he expected like some action afterwards. After all that, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
to
that's
me.
weird.
I probably would have laughed right in his face.
I don't want to date
Guys.
you anymore, but we could
So do you want to
kiss.
make out or what?
What if we kissed while you dumped me?
He asked her. That's so weird.
That is. That's,
Well, I guess it's good he
that's-
didn't just try to do it. He asked her.
I feel it would have been better if he at least had tried, but ask her? No.
Oh,
So
I
you're
don't know,
saying
man.
there's a chance. That's what he's saying. So you're
I
saying
think
there's
if
a
he had
chance.
tried, it would have been 100 times more worse.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh.
well, what is that? What? Okay, I know you guys keep talking about how the turntables turn or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
The Office, right? That's totally The Office. Well, I think that's what you're coming from. But when Michael Scott's like, "Oh, so it's not my looks,"
Yeah,
you know, like when Jan's like,
I know.
"You're,
so you're
you're
it's not
this,
my
you're that,
looks
you're this,
that
you're
are-
this," but it's not your looks. You're okay. It's not my looks.
Oh,
You know?
yeah, no.
So,
You're
yeah.
taking me right back there. Yep.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I wanted to tell you this. I did Hinge one time, like paid 1 month.
Okay.
He's really hot, tall, blonde. I think he's Swedish, probably, which I love
It
foreigners.
sounds like
I
a
do.
guy
Boy.
one of my best friends.
Sounds like a hockey player, right? Where's Amy? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
The Nordic types.
But
Exactly.
right, beautiful. But he started asking about me and my finances.
Mm.
And although I think I don't sound Southern right now, if I play this back, I'm so fucking Southern.
You sound
Makes
pretty
me sick.
Southern.
Yeah, you do.
Grr,
bad.
makes me
That's
sick.
not bad.
Well, I could get worse, but that is so unattractive. No, I do not date Southern men. If they sound Southern, I do not do
Really?
that. Someone did that before.
Oh, I would think that,
Wait,
that would be.
They sound
endearing.
ignorant. They
Wait,
sound
what was
ignorant.
wrong with Swedish guy? He asked you
No,
about your
the Swedish
money?
guy. Yeah, let me get back to Hinge here. I did 1 month. He asked me like how much money I made, do I own my own home, and at that time, yeah, I did. I was going through a divorce.
Hey, what is going on with Zach? Angel says, "Are you stroking out, Zach?" What
Look,
does that
Omar,
mean?
sometimes things happen in chat and they're just happening. Okay.
All right.
And we're over here doing this.
But
with
anyway,
Swedish guy.
sorry.
Okay. And
Sorry,
they're over
guys.
there doing that.
No,
Okay.
he started
It's
asking
okay.
about like, do I own my own home? You know, how much money do I make? And I said, well, here, I'll do this for you. Down here in the South, we don't talk about that shit. You know?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I just thought, oh my god, so offended.
Weird.
I was, guys, I just said, never contact me again. I never did Hinge again. That was just a bad experience. I thought that's something like, why are you prying into my business? He was talking about crypto and all this fucking bullshit. I don't understand. And then asking me how much money I made. You know,
Trying to sell
like,
you some Swedish crypto?
I don't know what he was trying to do, but that didn't happen. And it was on
Better than
that.
the Haktua coin.
What's that? What's that?
Did you all buy
app?
into the Hawk Tua coin?
No.
No, I don't know anything about all that Bitcoin crypto shit.
Oh
What
my
is
God.
that thing? Yeah, that's what he was trying to talk about, was like crypto or something, and then
Oh,
asking
boy.
how much money I made. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but I think that, like, I mean, I really don't have that many manners, but that's something you just don't talk about, you know?
There you go.
I don't got that many manners,
Set
but
your
you got some
boundaries.
manners.
I don't have that many
Enforce-
manners.
Enforce
Yeah.
your
They're-
boundaries.
You have to have a few. Okay.
That's fair. That's
I have
fair.
a few.
I
But
But
still
anyway,
think
go
it's-
ahead.
I still think it's bad to like give your number to the bartender. The bartender is working. Like, I don't know. I still think that's just bad.
Okay,
If he asked,
but
if
hold
he
on.
asked for it, that he asked for it,
Well,
right?
but in this case, he didn't ask for her number.
Well, let me
Oh, I
just
thought you did.
let me just put it in this perspective. All right, Bruce. So you're on a date. You
Well,
feel like you just
yeah,
got
you're right.
catfished.
Mm-hmm.
This lady showed up 45 minutes late to an hour
Mhm.
late.
Mm-hmm.
You've been sitting there patient the whole time because you're a punctual guy and you got your time is money, whatever.
As I
You ain't feeling it. You know you're not going to feel it. And so at the conclusion of the day, you found the waitress attractive. And she winked at you or smiled at you because she's trying to get tips or whatever you think was happening, but you thought she was attractive.
Uh-huh.
And so what's the harm? And say, hey, you know
No.
what? I come here often. Maybe give me a call and just
That's
slip her number on a
interesting.
napkin or something, or leave it on her receipt when you're leaving the tip. And then, is that a
I
foul
feel
or
like
no?
you have to have more. I have to have more green flags to. Okay, I'll be honest. I mean, I have said, "Hey, we could get a drink" to somebody, but it wasn't a restaurant. Okay, like they were working, but like it was more casual. It was way more casual. Okay, like if it depends on how casual it is.
I think
I don't
in your
know.
a certain
'Cause
age
when
group
people
too.
are working, they're working. You don't want to be hitting on them. It's just not right.
If you're like in your 20s, it's a totally different situation than.
Is it?
I don't
Maybe
know.
I'm
I
just
take
not.
that back.
Maybe I'm
Nah,
just
I
not.
erase.
I'm just
I
not
erase.
skibbity enough or whatever. I don't know.
I'm
Skibbity?
erasing everything.
I don't know.
Oh, what does skibbity mean?
I don't know.
Because somebody tell me
That's
what skibbity
why I'm
means.
saying I'm just not enough because I don't get it. That's the point.
I erased what I was asking.
All right, let us move on. Let us move on from this one. How am I doing on time? Got an hour. Maybe we'll do one more. All right. So I'm gonna do this one, and let me share my screen. Where this lady walked out on a blind date. This is a different level of grievance. So this lady wants to know, am I the asshole for walking out on a blind date that my friend set up 2 weeks after my husband died?
No.
Yeah. So a couple of things. She obviously is not ready to date.
No, not at all.
She's
don't know
not the one
anything.
that initiated. You're right. So
Why
let us-
would you
let-
accept
let
a
us-
date?
I did already say no, though.
Yeah, why would you accept a date 2 weeks after?
Maybe it'd been a while, you know? Maybe she's trying to put herself out there.
Maybe she
But
didn't
you
even
could-
accept it. Maybe they just set her up and maybe told her to show
Yeah.
up. We'll see.
So I just needed some clarity on the situation. She's
Melissa's
23.
clarity right now.
I know, Melissa is clarity.
She is.
She lost her husband, who was 25 years old, in a car accident. He was the love of my life.
Oh,
I'm
she's
still not
young.
used to waking up without him every day. We have big plans for our future. It all came crashing down in a heartbeat. We met on his uncle's farm. He was a farm hand, and it was love at first sight for me. I'm also 4 months pregnant, and I haven't told anyone. Jesus. And she's
That's
out
rough.
there going on these.
She's
Rough.
You might as well just go with him.
I planned on telling my friend when I was feeling better. So my best friend, Lee, 24 years old, has been my shoulder to cry on during this time. She helped me with his funeral and anything else I needed as I'm in North Carolina. Hey, Jennifer, you're in North Carolina, aren't you?
I am, Charlotte.
Yeah, with my bio family story for another time. She is currently dating Barry. They usually hang out in trio with Liam, 24. When I first met Liam, he hit on me hard. Tried everything, as in would try and compare himself with my husband, say weird things like our kids would be cuter than if you had kids with my husband. Yeah, that's totally the guy
Get
she
the
on a date
fuck
with.
out of here.
He's also made weird comments like I need a city boy and would motion himself. When I'm a country girl through and through, I typically would shut him down or ignore him, but I would always get dirty looks from Barry. Skip to Sunday night. I got a message from Lee begging me to come to dinner with her because she wanted to treat me as I had been through a lot in the last couple of weeks. Feeling not so shit about myself, I decided to go. When I arrived, she wasn't there, so I texted her asking how long she would be, and she told me 5 minutes. She's just running late. It was around the corner, so I sat down and ordered a drink. Now 5 minutes comes and she's still not. You know what? She needs some lessons on how to tell some stories. I'm trying to.
You're trying to
skip
fast
the
forward?
road. Yeah. Let's get to the point. I asked him what he's doing here because I'm waiting for Lee. I was at he smiles at me, grabs my hand. I ripped it off of him, and he just says, "Oh, I asked Lee to set us up now. That husband's name isn't a problem. We can finally get to know each other." He looked so cringy. And I'm telling you, I was floored. I stood up and told him that I wasn't interested. I certainly don't give a flying fuck about getting to know him. And then I just lost my husband. Without a word of a lie, this man stands up and said, "I know you're being overly emotional right now, so I'll forgive you for that. I'll forgive you for that. Sit down with me. I'm not saying we have to have sex straight away." Oh, Jesus. Bruce, what
I'll
did you
give
tell
you some
this young man?
forgiveness.
Number one, the way that
I
he's
need
coming
to
off
think
to
about
this
this
lady.
some more.
Yeah, all right. Let's okay. So he's going straight into the he's straight up talking about sex right now. I'm not saying we have to have sex or anything.
Red flag.
Yeah, I was disgusted. By the way, he means he's absolutely trying to have sex with her. They just don't have to talk about it, right? So I was disgusted. I shoved past him and went home as fast as I could. When I did get home, Lee messaged me, "So how was dinner?" with a smirk emoji. I called her, and when she answered, I didn't let her get a word in. I yelled at her, asked her how she has the audacity to do something like this weeks after I just lost my husband. When she's been the one to hold me together this whole time, I asked her what fucking game she was playing, and that the only reason I wanted to meet tonight was to tell her I'm pregnant. I just hung up on her, texted her I need more time. I don't want to be contacted by her for the time being. So last night, Barry came to my house, asked to talk.
Wait, this is the guy? Can you scroll up? Okay, here's the thing.
Okay.
She says, "I told him that I wasn't interested." At this point, the guy should be classy like Audrey Hepburn and say, "Thank you for your time. It was great to get to know you. Thanks so much. Bye." And
Instead,
never,
you
ever,
pulled a Laura
and
Owens.
fucking disappear. If you do anything else, you are in the wrong.
Ugh.
I mean, these are kids. It's hard to judge them.
Like Schnitzel said, he's going Laura
It
Owens.
doesn't matter how old you are. I mean,
You're
that's
right.
just bullshit.
You should still kind of have more sense than what this guy has displayed and what her friend has displayed.
He was
quite
just going
frankly.
to like hook up, and I bet her maybe we haven't gotten that far. I'm maybe not sure, but I bet her friend did not know him that well.
Well,
Maybe not. I don't know.
I
Go
feel
ahead.
that's not her
Sorry.
friend.
No, I don't think it's her friend either. She
well, I
didn't
mean,
know.
it is a friend, but you know, she just.
But her
probably
friend
doesn't-
didn't know
That's not
that
a
this
good
guy
friend.
was a douchebag.
I don't know, man.
I
Right.
feel
Her friend
I'm
also
gonna
doesn't
be
know she's pregnant.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you. I feel Lee's boyfriend pressured her to do that, and Lee gave in and did that, not thinking about her friend. That means she's not actually her friend.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Or just
I forgot
immature.
that boyfriend part.
I wouldn't have done. I
No.
wouldn't have done it. No matter how my husband or would have got pissed at me, I would be like, no, she's mourning. I'm not gonna do that.
And the
Period.
guy, the way that he's
Yeah.
hitting on her is not like artful.
It's
just like,
not. And she has like manifested a million times that she's not interested in him at all.
What is
And
going
he
on?
keeps
There's a
on doing
Barry,
it.
there's a Liam, there's a Lee. Are she
I know.
dating
I
like
forgot
him?
about
about
the
the Liam.
What
There's
is
a
going
Barry,
on
there's
here?
a Lee, and then there's a
Is
Liam.
she
Well-
dating?
Thanks for the reminder, Melissa.
Jeez.
let me continue. Let me continue
There's
with this.
more?
Okay.
Ooh.
So last night, Barry came to
Yeah.
my house
The fuck?
and asked to talk. I said no.
Barry came to her house?
That if he didn't leave, I'd call the police. He told me that I broke Lee's heart and that I deeply hurt Liam.
Who the hell cares?
When now is an even better time to get to know Liam because he could raise my child with me. I opened my door, which Barry took as I wanted to talk. Instead,
Cut that fucking friend out of your life.
I hit him with my shoes and chased him to his car screaming
Oh, the
actually
shoes on the
embarrassed I did
street.
that.
I've been there. Oh
Hmm.
boy.
What
So-
the fuck is his problem?
You
All
don't throw
day-
good shoes.
Yes. You
Wait,
don't.
what? Maybe she was throwing his shoes.
Back
She's
to the
throwing
shoe
somebody's
box.
shoes. All right. So all day today, I'm being flooded with messages from friends and the trio themselves shaming me for pushing the people who care about me the most away,
No, they don't care about you. They care about him.
and that they don't even recognize the person I've become. The only thing that hurts me the most is that my husband would know what to do. He would tell me how to fix
Yeah.
it. And now I have no one I can talk to, so I'm just numb inside. I have a therapy appointment.
Let me just get this, okay? If you have a friend that's mourning, of course it's not her real self at this point. She is mourning. This is a side of her that will never go away because you really never get over the fact that somebody passed away. You just learn how to live with it. But this is going
Yeah.
to shape you into a completely different person.
That's 100% right there. Yeah.
It's
I mean, I
sad
know-
that her friend actually wanted to set her up.
That's
so
not a fucking friend, it's
close.
a bitch.
I agree. I 1000%.
What would be the
I agree.
motive for her friend trying to set her up, though? Was my question.
I actually feel that her boyfriend pressured her
Liam.
to do it. Yeah.
Liam.
No, Barry. I feel Barry
wait.
pressured Lee.
I'm confused
doing
about
that.
Liam and Barry. Yes, the girlfriend, the Lee or whoever that is. Her.
I need one of those yarn string
Yeah.
maps for this case.
I
Yeah, I
know.
do too. I do too.
We need like a
Yeah.
So Liam
Okay.
is the single guy, and then
Oh,
Lee
okay.
is the friend, and then
Okay,
Barry,
and Barry
is
is
dating
her-
Lee,
Okay, gotcha now. Yeah,
and then
Oh,
the
yeah,
OP
that's
doesn't have a
horseshit.
name.
that's horse shit.
I just feel like if somebody, if
If I knew
somebody's-
that girl in Charlotte, I would just go take her, like, take care of her. Like, that's just horrendous.
So 23, 24, and you lose your husband,
And you're pregnant.
and you're 4 months pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Now,
have a
2 weeks
friend-
later, we're trying
And then
to.
after that, she bursted out to her friend that she was pregnant,
Mm.
and instead of like keep like stay away from that, her boyfriend shows up to her house, be like, "Oh, my friend can raise your kid." What the fuck is wrong with you, idiot?
Is that her best friend?
No,
did she
that's
tell
what
them she was pregnant?
she did.
Because I would think at like about 2.5, 3 months, like, or something. You tell your best friend, like, or even like 1 month, I'm late, like freaking out.
No,
right?
she said that she kept it to herself after all
Right,
of this,
she
and she
did.
bursted it out after
Yeah,
she left the date.
After the date.
Right, but I would
I
have
guess-
thought if she was a close friend, you would be like, "Listen, I think I'm pregnant," or
Well-
I'm pregnant. Please don't tell anybody." You
Here's
know,
what
so
I'm
she
struggling
must have
with.
not been a best friend. I don't know.
Amy says it doesn't even make sense to hook with someone up on a date that just lost her husband. I'm
No
struggling like
shit.
in what universe, no
Is
matter
that a
how
good
old are
idea?
you, no matter
Not
how
a good
old you
idea.
are, does your friend lose
Well,
a spouse a couple of weeks ago and say, "Oh,
yeah.
come go on a date with whatever bullshit friend," you know? In what world or what? Oh, Jennifer.
Well, remember the S
Oh,
curve.
I'm on my
There's-
phone, people.
Oh.
Hang on. Go ahead. I'm here
Remember,
though.
there's 8 billion people. Some of them are on the far edge of the S curve, and they're going to be like, "Let's go party." Like, no, but
Yeah.
that's their reaction, and it's not the best. It's not all the best.
I guess to answer the young lady's question, no, she's not the asshole. Who are in the F are her friends?
What did I
I
say?
would
at the
question
beginning of this
their.
post?
I would
said no.
question their emotional IQ. I would question their maturity levels. I would question a lot of things. But she's got an interesting set of friends, is what I would say.
That's not her
I would-
friend. But anyways, let's
That's
just
not
point
her
it
friend.
out. She's
You're
not
right.
the asshole. She's not the asshole. She's not the asshole at all.
All right,
No.
We have room for one more.
that was we do.
Get the. I want to hear the one where it says like she got the secret out and then that left to
Oh.
a divorce.
That is this one. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what it is.
This will be our last one. We're about an hour 39 in. Amy Bonner's in the chat. Hey, Amy, if you wanted to jump in, feel free to do so. Use the link that you had last time. Jennifer, your friend Amy's in the chat.
Yay!
My God.
Girl.
All right, let me share my screen.
She's awesome. I love her.
Yeah, we love Amy over here. You and Amy,
But
you
wait-
guys are.
But with Amy and myself as old girls,
Well, y'all aren't even
yeah.
that old. You guys are both in your 40s.
we're the same age. We
Yeah.
both like hockey players with
Well.
ugly feet.
My God.
I'm just kidding. Bruce, show your feet, people. Show your
I'm-
feet.
Bruce,
trying
don't
to
show
make-
your feet.
I'm trying to make
Show
my
your
feet a
feet.
little more feminine. I hear that's the way to riches.
Bruce is gonna start an OnlyFans with his feet, is what I've heard. That's what I've
You know
heard.
what? Y'all, you know what
I
I
feel I
wonder
should-
is
I feel with this
Yeah.
economy, should start one of those pages. Oh my god.
Why
Right.
not, man?
So
If
I'm
it's gonna
sorry, Melissa.
mean-
I know it's gonna like drop down all the time. Y'all, I think like my thing with like looking at people's feet like started when I was a little girl, and my grandfather owned a like a collision center. You know, like I don't want to call it like a record place, but like they damage cars and stuff, and like
Collision
you know,
Center.
wrecks and stuff. Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So when my grandpa, for a long time, he would just do like he and his two other partners would work like like 3 months, like on and off, like first, second, third shift or whatever they had to do. And when he would sleep during the day, he would sleep, and I would go in the den, and I would paint his toenails, and he would let
Oh my
me.
God. He would
And he
let
would
you.
wake up. Well, I mean, he'd wake up and his toenails were painted, but he never took it off. And
I feel
so
like if
that's
somebody
what
tried
I
to do
did.
that to me, they might accidentally get kicked in the face. Like, what in
But
the
he
hell
was-
is going on with my
Daughters,
feet?
your daughters
he
haven't
was-
tried to do that, or like maybe like
Hmm.
put stickers on your face or stuff.
Right.
Well, the
But
double
he was
stickers
my
thing.
grandpa, you know?
Yeah.
And he already had $3. So I was, a bunch of women in the family. He was probably like, fuck it. Well, whatever. I don't give a shit,
By the way,
But-
Amy says she's getting ready for work now, so she's not going to be joining us. But that's a cool. We love Amy.
I know we do. Hey, Amy.
Yeah. Let me get into this hypothetical before I run out of time.
Yeah,
All right,
please do
so,
that. Awesome.
She says so. Basically, she is this is her thing. She caused a rift in her brother's marriage by calling out her sister-in-law for lying in front of everybody at a Christmas party, and we're going to be learning about the context.
I
so
think I've heard it before, but keep going. Let me see. If
I don't
it's the
think
same
so
one.
because this was like a couple of days ago, and if you did, it
Okay,
was,
no, then it's not the same one.
yeah. All right. So basically, she's 26, hosted a big Christmas party at my house last weekend, and what was supposed to be a fun evening spent celebrating as a family turned into a bit of a shit show, all because of my sister-in-law, Hannah, who's 31.
Oh,
Now-
it's all Hannah's fault right from the
God
start.
damn it.
Oh,
that
boy.
I don't
wench.
know. Probably is.
That bitch.
All right, so for some context, my wife, Jess, so she's married to a female.
So they're lesbians.
Yeah, so for some context, my wife, Jess, and I got married this past September. We wanted to keep the wedding small and intimate.
Okay.
So the decision was made that the wedding would essentially be child-free, with an exception for my half-sister who's 16. Since
Okay.
she's an older kid, and I asked her to be one of my bridesmaids. Back when my brother Alex and his wife Hannah had RSVP'd for the wedding, I made sure to call and remind them that, sadly, their baby couldn't come with them because it's child-free. I'd be like, cool, I ain't going at all then. Save me a trip.
I
I'd
didn't.
been happy.
I didn't even had to tell any of my guests that the wedding was child free. They like in their world.
Most
They're
people
like, hell, I'm
know.
not bringing my kids there.
Why
No,
would you want to bring your kids to the wedding? then?
exactly. But anyways,
Remind me to tell you a story after we get through
we don't know
this,
how
okay?
the baby is. Maybe they just had the baby and they can't leave it alone.
That's true. That's
know.
true.
We don't know.
So I also want to mention here that I told them about this back when we went to visit my brother and his family in the summer. Anyway, so while on the phone, they said they hadn't forgotten and that they had already planned for Hannah's mom to babysit. However, when the day of the wedding came, Alex and Hannah showed up with, you guessed it, my
baby.
then 8-month-old nephew.
Uh-oh.
I'll be honest and admit that I'm kind of a pushover. Oh, was she? And I didn't want to make a scene on my wife and I's special day. So I regrettably let it go. But I feel like that's just like kind of the move anyway.
keep going.
Like, what are you going to do? You're going to kick out the 8-month-old? with the-
going.
You're so funny.
I don't know. So
No soup for you.
get the fuck out right now. Take you and your sullen baby.
One year.
I'm sorry. I'm just like an anti person with babies and weddings because I feel like
Me
the baby's
too.
gonna suffer a lot.
No baby
Well,
soup for you.
no, everybody else is gonna suffer.
No baby soup. All right, so we got about 2 minutes into the ceremony before extremely loud screaming and crying
Of course, it's a
from my
baby.
nephew began. The worst
Oh,
part
boy.
was that they tried to ignore it at first for about another 2 minutes before Hannah finally excused herself and him. Unfortunately, she couldn't go into another room because we were on a beach.
Oh.
At first, she just tried to walk further down the beach, but the crying could still be heard louder and clearer. So she eventually walked back to their car and later decided that her and my nephew would go home and not stay for the reception.
Okay.
And only my brother Alex would stay.
Okay.
Fair.
Seems like a good
Okay,
solution,
she
right?
solved it.
Yeah.
Right?
So fast forward to the Christmas party.
Curse all this sand.
I know.
Oh, the
Everything
build
was-
up.
Everything was perfect until Alex, Hannah, and nephew show up
Oh boy.
after she had reached out a month prior
Wait,
to
where
tell
did
me
they show up?
at a Christmas
The
party.
Christmas
Okay,
party.
Christmas
We're
party.
up to the
Yeah.
Christmas party now.
After she had reached out a month prior to tell me they wouldn't be coming at all and would be spending time with her family.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I was annoyed, and I decided to pull them aside when I went to greet them and ask why they didn't tell me they were coming. Because I honestly didn't make enough food to feed 2 more people for
3.
dinner.
Did they bring any food?
I don't think so.
They
Not
came
to
to the
mention,
Christmas party and didn't bring
Probably
anything?
not. Probably
Well,
not.
well, maybe they planned on like buying it from a store nearby, but it was Christmas and so it was closed.
You
They
plan
didn't even bring
ahead.
champagne? What is going on here?
They
This
can
is
plan
a
ahead. That's
faux
true.
pas.
But anyways,
So
This
Okay,
isn't
they showed
classy
up.
like Audrey Hepburn.
It's not.
they showed up, and what happened?
Proofs, look at you.
Okay. So, all right. So they didn't have enough food to feed 2 more people, not to mention I had nothing for their son. Well, I feel like that's on the parents anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
8 months old, they're going to be bringing formula and baby food and stuff.
Yeah, the diaper bag, the everything.
So Alex gave me a
Pumps and
confused look and asked why I thought they weren't coming. And when I told him the reason why, all hell broke loose.
Because you did. You
Uh-oh.
said you weren't coming.
Well, wait.
No, his wife said they weren't.
Yeah, I mean, if you said you weren't going to go and then you show up, it's like, yeah, they said they
Oh,
weren't
he
going to
didn't-
show up. Like, what's
oh,
wrong with that?
He
Why would
Oh,
didn't
that-
there's a-
know.
RSVP thing that happens.
He didn't know.
But can I,
That's
can I
what
just
Wait, who's
mention,
Alex?
let's just say,
That's her brother, Opie's brother.
but hold on. I'm going to think about this logically.
He didn't. She didn't.
She didn't RSVP.
Yeah.
They showed up unannounced.
Mhm.
Therefore, she would not have an expectation that there would be accommodations for them.
Right.
Right? And so it shouldn't be a big deal that they didn't have enough food for them, her and her husband and baby.
But brother doesn't know. I'm sure he doesn't know.
And I'm sure he doesn't give a shit.
No,
I mean, what are you gonna
That's
do?
why
Are you gonna be
that's
the
why-
Dorito-
No,
are you gonna
he
be the
said it.
Doritos bowl police?
She said it there that he was surprised, and she's like, "Why didn't you think we were coming?" And that's when she said,
Mm.
"Because she told me that you were," and that's when the fight
Yeah.
started. So I want to know why.
Here's how I'm reading this.
Oh, wait. Hannah accused me of lying and hating my nephew. Oh, now we're getting into interesting things.
Am I correct in assessing this as a giant overreaction on all parts?
No,
No,
it's not.
because-
No,
No, because
She
Hannah's
said
a
it.
filthy liar.
she must be flogged.
No Doritos.
I
No
mean, I'm a
burritos for
planner. So if somebody shows up that told me that they were not coming and they show up, I'm gonna freak out because I'm gonna be like, "Shit, how am I
Jennifer-
gonna
for
accommodate
you.
for this people?"
Jennifer Schnitzel, I have to ask you 2 ladies.
Okay.
That if somebody showed up unannounced to your house, what should be the penalty
No, there's no.
to a
penalty.
Christmas party?
I think for me, it's
Oh,
not
Go
come
get some
on.
wine.
that they were showing up unannounced. It's like the
You-
second time now that something's happened where like this person is doing the opposite of what they said they would do. So
Hmm.
that's what would bother me more
I think
than
there's an
Yeah.
in-law
just-
issue.
just the people
The
showing up.
problem isn't saying you're not going to go and then showing up. It's not admitting that that's what you did.
Mm.
That's
But I
exactly.
think-
That's what I think it happened.
Yeah, I think for me, like if you show up, but just I don't know if I'm gonna make it. No, I can't make it. But you show up, I'm gonna be so happy. At a wedding, my wedding,
Bro,
Oh,
if you told me
I
that there
had
were no
so
children
much
allowed,
shit. Oh,
Could-
that's what I was gonna go back to. I worked for this guy at the company I worked for 20 years in engineering. He was so clueless about every fucking thing in the world. He had like 4 fucking kids. Why do you have so many kids? Okay, sorry.
what made him clueless though?
Because he asked me, can I bring my children? Okay, one, it's at the beach on Sullivan's Island. You're facing Fort
Yeah.
Sumter, Charleston. Okay. We like to have a good time. That's what we do.
Meaning everyone's going to
Really?
get faded while you're bringing kids.
Why would you even ask that? It's a destination wedding because we live in Charlotte, which is 3 hours from Charleston, South Carolina. Why would you bring your children? Why you even ask that? No children are allowed, dude.
All right.
My
this
best
is,
friend who was in my wedding just had a baby 6 months before. Her parents came down from Indiana, stayed there, watched the baby. Okay. They put the baby in the stroller, kind of saw the wedding from like way back, and then they took the baby back to the hotel or the house, right? Like people like need to know that it's somebody's day, and I hate to say that because I'm not a selfish person, but
It's not even that.
there are rules. Like
I'm going to
adult
explain to you
rules.
from
Sorry.
Bruce, Dominic, I need you all to co-sign with me on this one.
Oh, you need them
Okay.
to
Oh,
co-sign.
no, that's dangerous.
And Melissa, did that make
I
sense?
need to make
a
sure
little bit?
I'm not-
I hope so.
Yes,
This
you
isn't
did.
okay, look,
Okay, thanks.
if you ever invite me to a wedding,
Mhm.
just know that I don't want to go.
Oh, that's why you didn't show up to my wedding.
Your
Oh my
wedding
God,
was
Omar!
in Colombia.
Yes, you could have taken your wife to a nice trip.
I was
That
not.
would have been
okay,
a great trip.
I'm just going to say this.
What,
Well, we have
Omar,
little kids,
Omar,
it's
what if
really
I asked
hard.
you to officiate my wedding?
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.
I would
I'll
do it out of
officiate
a
it.
sense of duty.
I would have loved you to officiate my
I'm
my
going to get
civil
in
wedding.
so much trouble now. Oh my God.
I'm just saying this. Most men, if you give them a reason to not go to your wedding,
They're not gonna go.
they will take it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
can't bring my
true.
kids. Well, I guess I ain't going. And I'm
Unless
gonna
you
feel
have a-
bad about it.
Unless you have a pussy husband that's like,
What if there's an open
"Oh."
bar and food or something?
I got an open bar at my house at all
always.
times.
Yeah,
I know, right?
to our open bar and buffet.
Bruce,
That's when
how
you
many-
invite me on. You're like, have a cocktail.
How many
Okay.
weddings have
Oh,
you in your life voluntarily wanted to go to the wedding
Why don't you
when
guys
it was
want to go?
not a sense
I
of
like
duty?
to go. I do like to go.
Why?
Some, 'cause
You
there's
guys
always a
don't
party.
like going.
I would say
Because you gotta
3.
There's
Yeah.
always a free
You get
party.
free food, you
Well,
get to
here's the thing-
dance,
here's
you
the
get
trick,
to
Omar.
drink, you get to see your friends. Why is it a bad thing?
It's
Yeah.
not
You
a
don't
bad
go. You do not go to ones that do not serve alcohol. and
Half
have, like
of
an
it-
open bar.
It's not the wedding, okay? Half of it is like, I get to go on a vacation and
Yeah.
rent a convertible
Mm.
and go to a restaurant and like stay at a fancy hotel. The wedding part is kind of irrelevant. Like, I'm just like,
Oh my
I get to
God.
see some relatives.
It's the
That's
party,
good.
right? Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch of pluses that can possibly occur.
I think it's because I
And
make a trip out of it.
so that's
why.
the positive.
You make a
outlook
trip
on
out
it.
of it, right?
But
But
the
hey,
other-
listen, I have to tell you, right, and I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna make it quick, okay? So I had
Okay.
a friend. She
a
got
friend.
married on. She's not a nice person, but she got married on 8/8/08, August 8th of 2008, and she wanted to get married at sunrise. I'm talking 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning.
Shit.
Yeah. And I was close to her at the time, and she asked me to. I was like, "Don't tell me you're asking me to do like some guest registry shit, because I'm not gonna do it." And she's like, "Well, yes." I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll do it." So it's just like, oh my god, we
She
stayed
wanted to
up
get
until
married
like 5
at
in the morning.
6
I don't think I slept. Oh yeah. Oh,
6 a.m.
yeah.
So that means that she has
So-
to start getting ready by midnight. Oh my!
I don't care
fucking-
what she did, but I
That's
did
her
get
deal.
there. But guess what? They're divorced, of course.
Mhm.
So did that, and then after the wedding, the short wedding on the beach at Seabrook Island, which is a part of Charleston too. Like, there's so many beaches in Charleston, you guys have to go. But I basically lived there the whole time I was married. Anyway, so we were there, and then after that, there was like a breakfast, and it wasn't a brunch; it was a 7:30 breakfast where the mimosas, Bloody Marys. I stayed up all day, all night, just drinking, and it was painful because you just get the headache at the end of the night. But that day, during half of that day after the breakfast, people went to nap. I didn't, because my gay hairdresser was like, fun as shit. We went to the beach. Marsha Brady happened because this girl's such a nonsense. Don't like her. Nobody likes her. She got hit in the face with the football. So her reception started at about 6 p.m. that night, and she had like little black eye. Anyway, I
Ooh.
know that was like a random story, but
Isn't there makeup
uh,
for that, or was it too
yes,
much?
you couldn't tell she had anything
Oh,
happen
good.
to her.
Okay.
But I saw the hit happen to her face, and it was a football going flying at her. And
Eee.
yeah, it was very entertaining.
Well, let
That's
me,
why you don't take children to weddings.
Oh, that the reason? Because I could have
Yeah.
given you
The
like a
moral
million
of the
them.
story.
That's the
The
moral of the
rest of the
story.
Moral of the
Story.
story is
Paul
that I don't know
Harvey.
why you guys don't like going on weddings. It's fun, especially if it's a destination.
It's not that they're
Right.
not
I
going
had
to
a
be
great
fun.
time.
I'll
You
tell
have
you
to have
what.
a different mindset, Omar. It's not that you're going to a wedding. It's that you're going on
You're going to a
vacation, and there
vacation,
just happens
And
to be
then
a
there's
wedding.
a wedding in the
That's right.
middle.
And
Okay.
you get free drinks
You need a different mindset.
and food.
Let me just explain how a guy like me thinks. It's not that I'm not going to have a good time. Of course I'm going to have a good time. I'll probably dance. I'll probably have all the drinks. I'll probably have a good time. I'll probably, it'll be a good time for everybody. It's just like, what would I rather do than go to this wedding today? And there's probably like a dozen things on my list that I'd rather be doing than get dressed up and go to some formal wedding, whatever bullshit that I'm
This is why you're
obligated to
not
go
my
to.
one of best friends.
I don't know. I make a
I
trip
mean, what are
out
all
of
those
everything.
things? Like, okay, the 49ers
For example,
in the
my
playoffs.
my
sure,
sister-in-law got
they
married in
don't even
Ecuador.
have to be logical.
I made a freaking trip out of it.
So what would I rather do than go to a wedding? Stay at home and do nothing.
Yeah.
Watch football. Stay at home
love
and
football.
Go
Go
make like
Panthers,
a-
who won't win?
You're too fucking gringo for my.
Go 49ers with McCarthy. Go
Okay.
Christian.
maybe it's not a dozen things, but maybe there's just the point is generally the wedding ceremony is not a big attractor of most men.
Mhm.
And when
But
we
the
have to go,
reception is.
the reception is cool. I'm
Right,
just saying
yeah.
that like we could be talked out of it pretty easily.
I don't like
So-
a wedding either. I think
If you tell me it's like, hey, don't bring your kids, like, well, I guess I ain't coming then because I got my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish you
I
all
wouldn't
well and
get
send you a
mad, to be
gift.
honest with you. If somebody gave me that excuse, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah.
All right. So let me
Gone
finish this
way off
hypo
the
then.
rails on this.
I know.
I know. I was going to tell you guys last thing. When I got married, you know how the barges go by in Charleston, like on big, Charleston, there's like all these big barge ships, right?
Okay,
That-
with
that
shipping
travel.
containers.
Thank you. That's what you call them.
Mhm.
Yes. So I was like, oh, I would love for that to go by when I get married. That'd be so cool. The photographer's like, I've never heard of a bride that wanted that to happen ever. I'm like, but that's just fucking cool. Why wouldn't you? Like, but I'm not the norm. I'm kind of like a dude girl, So anyway, there you go. Keep going.
I think we lost.
I
the
did. I have a
schnitzel
picture.
at
I have a
some point.
picture of
Yeah,
the,
she said she had to
the
go.
Oh well, Schnitzel.
Aw.
I didn't get a chance to say goodbye, but Schnitzel
sorry,
dropped
Schnitzel. I didn't even get to talk to her.
off. It's focus. we kind of got
we're
lost in the carnage. of all
Amar,
other
we're gonna have
stuff.
to do a spin-off on YouTube so I can start my channel. And
Yeah, we need to get you
that's
a-
what we're gonna do. We're gonna spin
What-
off.
When you start your
Melissa-
channel, I will join your show. And
Omar,
you will,
you're gonna be my first guest.
Oh, I would be honored to be your
Ooh,
first
the
guest.
honor.
What happened next?
Oh,
Yeah,
I've been
that's what
trying-
happened next. Melissa's like,
I've
shut
been
the
trying
fuck
to
up,
get
let's
to
go.
it for like 20 minutes.
Sorry, it's my fault.
No, it was cool. We just took a little detour is all. Anyway, more family drama. So Alex
So she said that.
obviously questioned Hannah as to why she would do this. Her response was to immediately and loudly, oh, it got good. I feel like I needed backup. I was annoyed. I decided to pull them aside and I went to greet them and asked why they didn't tell me they were coming because I honestly didn't make enough food, the whole thing. So Alex gives me a confused look and asks why I thought they weren't coming. And when I told him the reason why, all hell broke loose. Alex obviously questioned Hannah as to why she would do this. And her response was to immediately and loudly accuse me of lying and of hating my nephew. That seems like an overreaction.
Maybe.
Obviously, this got the attention of the room and everyone stopped and turned to look at us like something out of a movie. He then asked why she would think I hate their son.
Wrong question.
Jesus. Especially considering I agreed to change the policy to allow him to come to the wedding, which, as you already know, I did not do. Totally.
Well,
quickly,
the kid was there, right? So she kind of did.
acquiesced.
I mean,
She waived her right to object.
yeah.
I quickly told Alex that wasn't true and explained myself and my reasoning behind my choice, and it wasn't personal, and that I, of course, love my nephew. See, this is why I don't like going to weddings, because I'm not for all the drama, man. What do I need this in my life for? I digress. I reminded them that I
That's
was
why you didn't go to my wedding.
not at all.
I am going to note it down.
You did not,
And
to
then
be
you-
fair, go to
And
my
then you
Christmas
said I had
party.
a cauliflower decoration.
You did have
No, you
cauliflower
said it before.
decorations.
Thank you
If
so
you're
much.
involved in
like-
drama at a wedding, you're doing it wrong.
Why would it cost $5,000 to decorate your reception hall with cauliflower? Is my question. So I reminded them that I was super cool about the cry and never said anything, even when I probably should have. Jess started to walk over to us from the kitchen, most likely to try and defuse the situation, bless her heart. All while Hannah doubled down and tried to make it seem like I was lying, so I lost it and said, well, if I'm a liar who hates your kid, then I guess you should probably get the fuck out of my house.
That's a bit much.
Jesus Christ.
I
Jesus
feel like
Christ.
if somebody could just look at a text message exchange where this lady said, I'm not coming to Christmas dinner, and then she actually showed up at Christmas dinner with no
Yeah.
other text messages, you're done.
Could
You're
I
done.
just,
She said she wasn't coming and she showed up. You're done. The evidence.
here's my whole take. This is what I think. As a guy that hosts often at his house, RSVP be damned. I always have extra for everybody. I just always have extra
Okay.
for everybody.
Me too. I always have extra just in case. Some people like to repeat, some people like to take home.
Like
Yeah.
if somebody extra shows up, I'm just not going to be a situation, where there's no food or drink for you. Fuck off. You
The
know, stay
problem
if you
here
want to.
isn't whether there's enough food or not. The problem is this Hannah person said they weren't coming, then showed up and said they didn't say they weren't coming. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah.
So that might be the problem. That might be the problem. But
Unless she said she was coming, in which case show the receipts.
So here's what I got to say about that.
RSVPs are great, but sometimes they don't.
You
work.
can litigate these issues, and you can hold people to account for what they do and what they say. You can do that, and you can choose to litigate it if you want, or you cannot.
Well, no, here's the problem. Even if she said, I'm not coming to the party, and she shows up, the minute she walks in the door, she should have said, I'm sorry, I said I wasn't coming, but I am
True.
here.
True.
If she had just done that, this
If
whole
she would have done that, she would have been like, oh, okay, don't worry.
if she had just
Right.
been honest, this whole thing wouldn't have happened.
Maybe the sister-in-law was having a nice day and she wanted to pin it out on somebody else, so she found her, and that's what happened.
Did she have an opportunity? No, she did. She kind of denied it all, didn't she?
She did. She
Yeah.
denied it.
That's the problem right there. It's not
Okay.
any of these other red herring things about is there food or is there a
You
baby
should
at a
get
wedding.
the fuck out
That's
of my
all
house.
irrelevant.
That's a valid answer.
I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, that's
don't
a
know
little
about
bit
all that.
much, but
Well, let me finish reading this, and then we will conclude it. So Hannah then started crying.
Of
Quickly
course
look-
she did.
If I was one of the husbands in this scenario, I'd be so upset at
You would have to shut the fuck up and support your wife.
I would be over at the bowl of Doritos
I would pull her
eating
out of there,
Doritos.
and we would go home. I would
I
support.
would
I
just
like-
talk to my
your
wife
house.
beforehand. Or
What if
Oh.
it's in your house?
Well, see, the problem is,
Four.
I know that this would never happen at my house. It would never go
Right.
down like that at my house.
He would be
Yeah.
like, okay, get the hell out of my house.
So who's over here beefing with who? Get the fuck out of here with all of that. We're over here having a good time.
More spicy nuts.
More spicy nuts.
Bless you, Dominic.
All right, so it didn't take long before I started feeling embarrassed and let things escalate like that. Jess comforted me after they left, and we ended the party early because I don't even know how to properly process what just happened. Later, my brother texted me saying he didn't know who to believe. Apparently, Hannah's adamant that I allowed her to bring their son to the wedding last minute because I felt bad for trying to control what she gets to do with her baby. She also saying I made the Christmas party thing up as well, claiming I've always had a vendetta against her. Would I be incorrect in assuming that this is like I don't know. I just feel like this is like one of those TV shows. Like, what do you watch? The Housewives,
Soap
like the Real
operas or
Housewives of
something?
Orange County or whatever.
Oh
Never watched it, but I know what you're
all the
talking
hou-
about.
This is like a Kardashian.
I love the
level feud.
housewives.
You stole my fucking wedding country.
Yeah, it's like shrimp date on The Bachelor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got married in Italy.
So other family members have been texting me saying they're on my side, but I do kind of feel like an asshole for how I handled everything at the party. I know Hannah's trying to drag my name through the mud, but I feel guilty for making her cry intentionally, to trying to publicly humiliate her, and for ruining the vibe of my own party.
Oh boy.
So am I the asshole for causing a rift in my brother's marriage by calling out my sister-in-law for lying in front of everyone at my Christmas party? To which I would say that this is an example of why it is a really bad idea to carry yourself in life as if you are the main character in everybody's story.
Ooh.
Which
Are you
is what
talking about
multiple-
Hannah or OP? Or
Talking about
both?
both of them. Both of them. Either one of these, for either one of these ladies, at any time, they could have diffused all of this with a simple gesture that required them to not give in to their ego.
Omar,
and to
but OP
appease the
was
other
not a
person.
bitch to her at her wedding. She didn't even say anything.
But
she
she-
just let it go.
Yeah, I feel like if the OP had tried to diffuse, then this Hannah person would have just kept painting her the villain anyway.
Maybe.
But she let it go.
Yeah.
At some point, stand up for yourself and not let someone salsa
She's
dance all over your
complaining
Christmas
to
party.
us, but she let it go. Like, she's telling us her part, but she let it go. She
Do
didn't do
not
anything.
let yourself get grinded on the dance floor of the random salsa where your partner's in the bathroom.
Especially when it's your own Christmas party.
Yeah. I will just say that
Hosting is fucking stressful.
the her screaming at the top of her lungs, maybe you should just get the fuck out of here, was a bit of an escalation.
That was a bit much.
I think she
agree.
yelled because the other one yelled at her.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean that's the problem when you talk about
So-
drama, or if
so
you want to
wait,
litigate
so
drama,
Hannah
it always
started-
escalates. It
Oh,
always
Yeah, so
escalates.
Hannah started saying
It
that
does.
she hates her nephew, yelled at her that, like, in front of everybody. And then she was a little like, no, I didn't say that. And then they kept, like, arguing for some reason.
Oh yeah.
And then
I'll tell you
OP
what.
said, then you should get the fuck out of my house. That's when she yelled back.
I'm
And then
gonna-
this is when that
I'm
happened.
going to play the role of husband for Hannah. And I'm assuming that I would have had no knowledge of any of this beef.
No, yeah, exactly.
If my wife
you know
was
all about
Hannah
it.
in this scenario,
Hmm.
I would have probably just dragged her out and just left and like apologized to the guest or whatever.
Which is your
and-
sister.
Sure. Well, yeah. But look, obviously we're going to leave. What is this drama? What is this? What is this? What am I dealing with here? Like, what am I walking into? And no, I would not have known about any of that.
You're
saying if
dealing
you
with
were
a stressed
Hannah's
woman
husband.
and
If
then
I
a
was Hannah's
postpartum
husband.
Right.
woman.
Now, if I was the sister's husband,
Mhm.
oh,
You're in your house.
I'm in my house. I would have had to try to diffuse it, but
All you
in
can
a
do
way
is
that
hide
doesn't.
behind the charcuterie board.
I don't know, but you got to also avoid World War III with the family. You know what I mean? How would you handle it, Bruce?
This is tough.
Because you're going to be in the middle of all it. Like the ladies are feuding, but you're going to be in the middle of it.
It's pretty tough.
You're going to have to be peacemaker
Ugh.
because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And so, and
No,
you're
it's
probably
not
not
what
going to
all
have
of
a.
in Discord, I can just give people 24-hour timeouts. But if you're in a house, you can't really do that. Like,
No,
these are
you can't do
adults.
that.
This is tough. This is hard.
Oh, Discord feuds.
I mean, I feel like as a husband, if you saw that the problem was that like there's not enough food, you would have maybe said like, "Oh, don't worry,
You
I'll
gotta
go get
take-
more food."
Okay, if it was my wife, you always have to have your wife's back. But at the same
You better,
time,
motherfucker.
in private,
Right.
it's like, what in the fuck are you so upset about? Like, what is going on?
Right. Exactly.
That's what
Like,
your
let's
wife
bring it
says.
down. Bring
That's
it
when
down.
your wife says like it's there. The thing is that there's not
But-
enough, food. And then you're like, "Oh wait, don't worry, I'll go get more."
I would have been
And
like,
then
there's plenty. I will Instacart it right now.
that's a solution. That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes I think there are deeper issues.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it wasn't
That's
about
it.
like Bruce said. It wasn't
This
about
is surface
the lack of
stuff, 'cause-
supplies.
'cause-
It's not
really-
about the food. It's because they have a feud against each other.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Exactly.
It's not even the
exactly.
food. It's about whether she was invited or not. That's what
No,
it's
she-
really about. That's what the surface level problem is. So that other stuff's a red herring. So if you're an internet litigator,
You've
you're
said
just
red
like,
herring 5 times since I've been
if
on
you're an
here
internet
tonight.
litigator,
That's
you're
good.
just like, show me the text messages where she declined to attend and now she's attending. Or for the
Yeah.
other person, show me where you declined to attend, but then changed your mind and said you were attending. and then you're
you
done
can't
because
tell.
you have all.
You can't tell me that because I'll
have.
have all the receipts, and that would look
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
bad.
that's why I would know not to ask you
RSVPs
for
are
the
great,
receipt.
but they
So-
don't always work.
Don't
either.
tell me. Show me. There it is.
I don't. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't want to know about the receipts. Could we all just be cool?
But the problem
we
is-
just-
That's what
Even
I'm
if you-
saying.
Even if you internet litigate it and you get to the bottom of all the receipts, now somebody's going to be at a Christmas party feeling like a complete asshole, and you
You
have
like
No.
you look
You
right
have-
now.
you have
I'm just
ruined the
kidding.
vibes of the whole party.
Yeah.
So there's no
Bruce,
there's
you
no
look
solution.
so cute. You look so cute, but when you were saying that, but we all look like an asshole. It was perfect.
I know,
I
Well,
right?
wish I'd have
we would,
got a screenshot of that.
I feel like we'd have to settle it somehow. You know what? I
this is
got
like
enough
one of those
spicy nuts for
no-win-
everybody.
Well, I feel they
There's
both
no winning.
overreacted, like you said.
No winning
Um,
in this situation.
But I do. I think. Is there more?
No, that was the end of it. That
There were probably
this is a
updates,
And that
but we
caused
didn't
the
read
divorce?
updates.
well, it caused
Wait, what?
problems. It
I
didn't
know.
cause a divorce just yet.
What
but
didn't
it
the
caused
heading
We didn't
said-
read the
yeah,
updates.
exactly.
There were
The
updates.
heading
I'm
said
going
that.
to write Dominic.
Oh,
with
there's
a
updates?
few things and let him.
Oh, do it in the. Do you know how to use the private chat?
I do.
You can send
Not right
messages
now.
in
Do you
there.
mean, I'm not going to do it right now.
Oh well, whenever you want to.
She
I know,
wants,
I'll
to
send you a
send,
message.
she wants to send him a handwritten letter from the front.
I do.
Fine.
From
Are you gonna
Charlotte,
send them-
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Pictures of your feet with.
Just do better handwriting than Sarah Boone.
Barges or like container ships going by with my feet. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, I sound like just like Bruce. Every time I say "oh boy," now I think of antlers.
I know.
It's,
Is that an Oregon thing? Oh,
I don't know
Probably
what
a
it
Midwest
is, but
thing.
Sounds
it's
kind
been
of like
ingrained
Midwestern or
into-
Canadian. Oh boy.
Oh geez,
Bring it
there.
back.
Like
Oh,
Fargo.
I
Go watch
feel
Fargo.
for
And
the men in this
I know.
scenario
please
because
know what I'm talking about.
they're the ones having to deal with all of this fallout, and men are the
I
ones
love
that are gonna have to
this
play
show.
these peacemakers. Well, I love it too, and it
I
loves
love.
you.
I know. I love meeting you guys. You all are so awesome and so fun.
Oh, you're part of the Flad family now. You're
I'm a
part of-
family member. I know. Thank you so much.
Yeah, as are everybody in the chat, but some are braver than others. We got Stephanie B on the
I'm pretty
Christmas
brave.
live stream. One of these days we'll get her on a Flad. Your girl Amy's in the chat too, Amy Bonner, but she's busy. She's busy. She's doing
know.
stuff.
I haven't checked my chat since I'm on the phone.
Is there an update? Okay, so here's the update. Is there an update? No, I guess there isn't one, is there? They just
I thought
kind
it
of
was-
left it at that.
Oh geez, there's a lot going on here.
These are all comments from
I think it was at the
others.
top. It was at the very top. There were links.
Oh.
See?
One update, medium. Oh, there's like links.
Original update? I don't know. What's this update?
Original
24 December.
Update. Let's click on this update.
Christmas Eve. This is like 3 days ago.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. Let me share this part of it then.
This
And
is
then,
happening now. Guys, this is like now.
Yeah. All right. So here's
Bruce,
the update.
you will
Hannah.
love the Real
Beef.
Housewives.
Hannah, call in. This is all happening now. Hannah,
So-
you need to call in right now. Please.
She's
Wouldn't
I
it
wanna
be
start by-
awesome?
We get Hannah on the line. This is
This is the update. So I want
Okay.
to start by saying thank you to everyone that read my posts and tried to give me advice or just overall help me feel better about the entire situation. I originally intended to look more in depth at the comments and reply. My brother is now going to be staying with my wife and I for the time being. We decided this when he unexpectedly arrived late last night, and we all had a long talk where I learned the full scope of everything that had happened with Hannah after the party up until now. He said that after taking some time and space away from her, he asked her to have a sit-down talk. He explained to me that during this time, he realized she was 100% lying, and I was 100% telling the truth, but still wanted to try and give her a chance to fully explain why she would act the way she did, why she would lie, how could she justify treating him and I this way. Hannah tried to deflect and gaslight him when first confronted, but
oh
when
boy.
when he made it clear he wasn't having it, she snapped and admitted to him that she's always disliked me, and the main reason why is because she's uncomfortable with my lifestyle.
Uh-oh.
She went on to now we're getting into deeper stuff. She went on to say that Jess makes her the most uncomfortable due to her appearance, and that's why she wears. My wife is extremely masculine presenting, and that she's just so sick and tired of pretending none of this upsets her. There was more, but Alex said that was all he was going to tell me.
Mhm.
So all of that was, of course, her reasoning for lying to my brother by telling him that I allowed the baby to attend the wedding last minute and that she had secretly hoped her baby would fuss or cry and ruin part of the ceremony, which obviously happened. I don't know. It's a bit of a stretch to assume that somebody hoped that that would happen.
Omar, if he's saying it, it's because she told him.
Jesus Christ. She explained that she wanted to do something similar for the Christmas party in order to make me look unhinged. And that just seems way too diabolical to be.
There are women like that.
I guess. Similar for Christmas party in order to make me look unhinged.
Catty women.
I always knew she didn't like me, but fuck, I didn't realize she was so homophobic.
This is like the showing up in a white dress. Same thing.
I don't know.
Right.
She didn't want that. Yeah, she just wanted to cause a scene.
The Kelly Kapoor of the wedding.
Yeah.
Now, what if
so
a guy
that-
shows up in a white suit?
Nobody gives a shit.
Can you do
Yeah,
that?
nobody cares, right?
Is that okay? That's
Yeah.
okay.
No, who cares?
I would
checking.
prefer if he showed up in like a powder blue suit.
Yeah,
for
that
the
would be
giggles.
awesome.
Well, for you,
Actually-
Omar, I'm wearing a
Actually,
costume.
at my wedding, for the dress code for men, it was just a tuxedo. They could wear the color they wanted. I didn't give a shit.
Oh, you did like very
my
formal.
husband was wearing an emerald green suit,
Neon pink.
tuxedo.
Emerald green. I like that.
It actually looked really nice.
I need to see pictures.
And then the rest just were, I said tuxedo, whatever color you want to do,
I want you,
go ahead.
Melissa, I want you to tell your husband that had you guys actually showed up to my house during the Christmas party, I had that death nut challenge. I had an extra for him. I was going to peer pressure him.
He heard you when you said that.
Mhm.
You said it, and he heard you. And he's like, I would have said no. I was like, I know you would have said no. Because I know you.
And you could have said no. It would have been cool to say no, but we would just made fun of him a little bit. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Anyway, so she goes on this homophobic rant, started to get antsy and paced around the room, leaving my brother. This lady is so
Hannah.
dramatic, man.
Yeah.
OP or Hannah?
Yeah.
And wait,
OP.
so Hannah's
What?
boyfriend or husband is leaving Hannah now?
Saying?
She's a dramatic storyteller, is what I would
This
say.
is
Oh, maybe
wild.
she wants to put a little chispa on it
She likes the
Yeah.
tea. She's here for the tea.
for the tea.
After a few minutes of said pacing, she continued to confess to my brother, now explaining that not only is she having an affair, she's also 100% certain he's not the biological father of their child.
Hannah.
They've been raising together for these past 11 months. What made things even worse was after some prying, she eventually let it slip that the affair has been going on for 6
Shut
years.
up.
She
Talk about
claimed it was
burying the lead.
Am I,
Shut
I
up.
feel like this is fake. Could I call this out for being fake, or is this,
I mean, that's my question is why?
I mean, you can
Reddit?
call it that way, but I wouldn't.
think it's
that
true.
that
I
sounds
think
like they're
Hannah did all
Hispanics.
this.
it went
I think-
from not RSVPing and showing up anyway
Yeah.
to
To an
being
affair and not a-
homophobic to having a 6-year affair where her husband is not the father.
Could be.
Yeah.
I do think it might be real, but
They're
I wonder why
Hispanic.
people put Reddit shit on there. Why don't
Are they
Reddit?
Hispanic?
They could be Hispanic. That sounds like a Hispanic chisme.
I would 100% have labeled these people white.
That sounds so Hispanic.
I had a roommate,
don't
Angela,
know.
and
The
she,
fuss at
she
the
was
wedding,
Hispanic. I
the
loved
affair,
her.
the non-biological child.
This
the
sounds
whole
like one of the. This sounds like one of the
hardcore
Hannahs that was on The
Hispanic
Bachelor
Catholic
and
or
left
Christian
night one.
family. Hell
Not
yes.
Hannah Brown. Hannah Brown was the best.
Well, no, one of the other Hannahs.
Okay.
She felt so
I
bad
don't
that
watch
she
them.
cracked that
Hannah Brown
she
is great.
slipped everything.
Yeah.
She must have been,
I'll tell
her
you what,
glass
man.
must have been like ready to spill out for so long that she just broke.
This one is giving me a headache. So she's
It is
having an affair now.
really-
So she's having an affair. She's homophobic.
She claimed it was love at first sight when she first met her college friend's older brother Josh at a party 6 years ago, but she also knew she never wanted to lose my brother as he was her perfect match, which obviously makes zero sense, all things considered. Also, for some added context, they've been married for around 6 years, meaning she has been having an entire secret, serious relationship with another man
During their entire
for the
marriage.
entirety of her marriage to
You
my
know what
brother.
would have fixed all this is if they had just opened up the marriage at the start.
Oh, I know.
so
At
they
least
can
they would have
close
been
it.
in, they're both in their 20s. Oh, no, she's not. They're in their 40s, aren't they? Well, I mean, what are you going to do? Safe to say, I am completely shocked. And all I've been doing is spending time with Jess and also Alex. He's been staying with us, as I mentioned above, since things are extremely tense and hostile between him and Hannah. they're obviously going to be getting a divorce, but with Christmas literally around the corner, everything is on pause
Yeah.
according to him. I respect this, but also cannot wait for her to be officially no longer in our lives. As for Hannah, she seems to have quite literally moved on overnight with Josh and their baby. Overall, I cannot believe she betrayed my brother like that, and I'm sad to know she's been so hateful towards me because of my sexuality. Is it that, or is this like I don't.
I'm so lost.
That was wild, wasn't it?
What is there to be lost about? I mean,
It's pretty
It's just like,
cut and dry.
Hannah got
Yeah.
married and had a 6-year affair with some other baby daddy that wasn't her husband, and then she acts out with her homophobia against that guy's sister. I mean, it's very straightforward.
It's so unbelievable that I feel like I need Hannah's side to test the veracity of these claims.
I think we need to call Ravgen and see whose baby this is.
Just take it as it is. She's homophobic.
I mean,
she's racist.
At this
she
point,
has
I'm
an
wondering
affair.
if it's my baby. I don't
There was a
know.
lot of things. There were a lot of things on
I
her
got
plate,
nothing.
and she cracked pretty much it.
Oh,
I got nothing.
Omar, this is not the first time we've seen
no. It's
that
not.
there's people that have children with other people, and then we find out by
Oh,
a
yeah, we know
DNA
that.
test that
Yeah.
oh, it's not your child.
No, the
Right.
fact of it's just that they
I'm sure you
threw
guys
that
see a lot of
in.
good stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
Actually, at my new employment, if I could say it that way,
Yeah.
we had a case where we thought, well, we were 98% sure that he was not the father, and then
Ooh.
oh,
Turns out he was.
Turns out it was the entire
everybody
time.
was convinced. Everybody, even our client, he was like 100% sure that it was not. We just did it out of just like to
Yeah.
rule it out, and then we were like, oh.
Well, shit. That just kind of throws a wrinkle in
Literally, it's
everything,
like,
doesn't it?
well, shit. Now, what are we gonna do? And the child was out of
Yeah,
state.
child support. I don't know what to tell you, man. You're on the
Omar,
hook
have
now.
you thought doing like some sort of combo coupon code with one of these DNA testing firms like Ravgen? You could have like Omar 10 or Tilted 10 for 10% off at Ravgen or
Tilted
something.
10
You
at
could-
Ravgen.
you could-
You
Yeah.
use the
Paternity
code.
test.
Use the code the Eagle Law Firm to get 50% off your DNA test. Starting strong 2025. Set your order straight.
There you go. Free child
There's your
support orders for
commercial right
everybody.
there. That was good. That was so good.
Oh boy.
I
well,
love
folks,
that.
we've
I
been
do
here
love
for,
you guys. Thank you for
well,
always having me and,
we love you too,
like,
Jennifer.
embracing me. And I
It was
enjoy you
hell
so
of a ride
much.
working
No,
with
you're
you.
family now. You're in. You're never getting out. You're in.
Oh,
You and Amy,
yeah,
you guys
I
are
know.
both in.
Well, next Christmas, I'm going that way. I'm coming to your Christmas party.
Well,
But I
next
will watch
Christmas
it
you're
on
invited.
YouTube.
I'll tell you what. Next Christmas I'm going to be renting out a hall and doing a bigger Christmas party because
Okay, awesome.
my house was not an appropriate venue for everything that happened.
Well, I have to watch it, Sarah. I apologize. I did not watch
Yeah,
it. I did
well,
see it
watch
pop
it.
up, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've got to watch that."
You'll see me and
Oh,
Dominic
yeah.
battle to the death.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see Dominic.
It'll be a lot of fun. But hey, folks, I love you guys.
Yeah, I love
Everybody
you guys.
have a wonderful
Thank you
weekend.
for having me.
Bruce, thanks
Yeah.
for coming in as always. And Melissa, thanks for joining us again. It's always good to see you back here in the office. And,
Tots
of
and
course,
pears for my
Dominic is there.
roof.
Okay.
Thanks
Super
to
chat.
Oh, yeah, I
Schnitzel
saw
for joining
something
us.
you posted, Bruce, about your roof. Hope everything's well.
Oh, yeah.
Send super chats for my
Okay,
roof.
Send super chats for the roof.
Tough times.
Okay.
All right, folks. We love you
Boy.
all. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there.
Bye, guys. Have a
Bye.
great weekend. Thank you again.
Bye bye.